my question, and you'll see my question, and you'll see my question, and you'll see the whole show, including hearing what happened at the whole show, including hearing what happened at the latter part of the show, the last part of the show, and you'll be able to hear that. What happened at the latter part of the show, the last part of the show, and you'll be able to hear that. Hey, Maggie, everybody, Jersey for life, everybody out there. So, we're lagging a little bit here because we're in a different room. I'm not in the main room. Sorry about the lagging. This room. Okay, let's hope. All right, so I just changed the setting. Hopefully the lagging stopped. Hopefully the lagging stopped. I just switched it from my Wi-Fi to something else, and hopefully you can hear me, you can see me better. It seems like it's strained out on this end here. Hopefully. Oh, good. Yeah, we just switched something. Yeah, it was on. I took it off of the Wi-Fi. This is on data. Good. So welcome to the show. And last night, some really wild stuff happened. And I'm going to get into it a little bit because I need to. I've been spending most of the day, I've been out doing things. But when I've been around home quietly meditating, I've been reviewing. I actually edited the video from last night's show. And Mr. was taught to observe, paint, numerology, and skeletons. Mr. will have to bring you up to talk about that. Marinette, good to see you. Lynn. So I've got some revelations of my own, because last night some stuff happened that some of you heard. And I will tell you this. Before I did the interview with the person with the, I think, Australian or English accent, I can't remember what country he's from now, but I had a person on with an accent who was from, I don't know if he's living in the United States. I don't remember. We had him on before, had some great conversations. And he said he had nobody in his room. There was no woman in his room, no girl or a woman or what have you, female in his room. And I've interviewed him before. Yeah, English accent. And before I had him on, I sensed there was something happening in the room I was in. Like I sensed there was something going on. And I'm like, like I said, and if you watch my show, you'll see me say this before I did the interview with this person who had an English accent, that I thought I heard something. And you'll hear me say that before I even bring the interview on. When I bring the interview on, which I did last night with the person with the English accent, you'll also see that at some point, as I'm talking about planets or whatever I was talking about at that point, I heard a whisper, like a whispering sound of a female's voice, like a whisper saying something. I wish I could enhance it. I don't have enhancing audio abilities on my thing here, but there was something else being heard in the video. It was like whispering something, like a sentence or a word, which I didn't pick up. Then all of a sudden I heard it loud and clear, the female voice saying, "Commander." As soon as I heard that, I was like, wait a minute. That's why you saw me getting kind of looking weird, because I was sensing something before I did the interview with the person with the English accent. I sensed there was something happening, and now I sensed that I asked the wrong question. So the question I asked, if you listen to the video footage that I clipped, I said, "Are you on a spaceship?" And she said, "No." The question I should have said was, "Are you in the room with me?" That is the question I should have said. That's the question I didn't say. I thought about this afterwards. I spent a good portion of my meditation trying to figure this out. Really. I really tried to figure this out. And I'm still working on it. For people that were watching me last night, you saw that segment of the show. You heard the voice of the woman. And I had a lot of questions. But I feel that there was a potential that this space woman was like cloaked and she was in the room watching me. Someone said they heard her say, "I'm here." She said the word, "I'm here." What does that mean? I'm here. So if anyone heard the word she said, I didn't hear that. I heard commander loud and clear. I didn't hear the part where she said, I'm here. Now, if that was in the whispering voice, maybe, if you listen to the whispering said, she said, yes, so if she said, I'm here, what does that mean? We need to amp up the whispering part before she came on the audio. She was laughing too. I didn't hear the laughing, so I'm still trying to figure it out. It was like a whisper, And I'm not saying it's a space person or anything. I just find it very weird. So it could have been, it's just a very, I put it in the unknown category because I didn't hear any laughing at all. I heard a whisper. And after the whisper, I heard her say commander. So those are the things I heard. I heard that the whispering, and before the whisper happened, I said, if you listen to the show, minutes before that, I said, I think there's something going on. Like I thought there was something going on. There was no laughter. I thought there was something going on. And then you really need to listen to the clip, but you need to listen before she speaks, about the last 10 minutes before she speaks. You'll hear something. Yeah. There was no laughter. I had my ear pods on. There was laughter, I would have heard it. There was no laughter. So hey Steve, I'm getting to understand this more. Can I play? I'm going to be playing it right now. I'll play it right now. I've got the clip. I clipped it. I actually clipped that part of the show. I didn't clip the whole thing. I'm going to clip another clip before it happens, before the interview. And you'll see my expressions on my face before I even did an interview with the English person. And then when he's on, as I'm talking about something important regarding planets and space and billions of years, she says, commander. And then she says something else. When I asked her, are you on a ship? She says, no. So I'm thinking I was asking the wrong question. Like, maybe I should have said, are you here? Some people said they thought they heard her say, yes, it was, I heard it, yeah. Some people thought they heard she said, I was here. Now, if that was like in a whisper, what was the whisper? See, if we can bring up the whisper, then we can hear exactly what she said before she actually spoke. Really clear audio through the broadcast. He might have, Leslie, he might have. And I'm not putting that out of the question. He's been on my show before. He claims there was nobody in his room but him. So I'm trying to get to the conclusion of this to make a decision on it, and I haven't made that decision yet. So right now, many of you who did hear it, if you heard the whisper, did you get clarity of audio from the whisper? Because I didn't quite understand what you were saying. I have it on, no, I don't have it on YouTube. I'm going to play it right now. Let me go to the video here. And I posted it, and you're going to hear it right here. I'm going to go to this right now. I just thought I heard a woman's voice. Okay, I'm going to play this video for you, and you're going to be able to hear what was said. Now what does that mean? His box didn't light up. Izzy, can you explain what that means? I don't know what that technically means. When you said his light didn't light up, is that something that's supposed to happen? I'm just trying to get a better understanding. People who are watching this intently know. So what does that mean? Hey, Lucas, good to see you. When I spoke, it lights up. When the person speaks, the box lights up. When the woman's voice spoke, did anything happen? Did it light up or anything? didn't light up. So it's supposed to light up. Okay. So this woman spoke and there was no lighting up, which is very interesting. That gives me some better information. So technically, if she was in a room with me and she spoke, she would light up the TikTok thing when she spoke, correct? Well, then that deducts the fact that I know my guest was not, he was telling the truth. He didn't have anybody in his room. I'm going to let you hear the voice here. I'm going to let you hear the sound of what happened here. This is very important. Okay, I'm going to go on to, I'm just going to let you hear the audio part of it. I don't think we need to do anything else here. I'm going to let you see what I was like that night. Let me just do this here. Hold a minute. Let me switch the screen. And here's me. I'm going to let you see. Okay, let's do this here. Here's me, and I'm going to bring the volume up. And the people. Wait a minute. Understand that. Am I okay? Yes. I just thought I heard a woman's voice. But I got totally distracted for a moment here. I'm doing good. These things happen on my show here. But this is from last night. Definitely these cities exist. They've been here for billions of years. And the people. Wait a minute. Understand that. Am I okay? Yes. I just thought I heard a woman's voice. But I got totally distracted for a moment here. I'm doing good. These things happen on my show here. But definitely these cities exist. They've been here for billions of years. And the people. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me. Understand that. Am I okay? Yes. I just thought I heard a woman's voice. Okay, I'm going to stop that for now. Give me a second here. Okay, let me flip the camera. So I wanted to play that, okay? I can't slow it down. There's another part of the video that I'm going to clip tomorrow morning. There's another thing where I ask her a question. She responds to the question, and she says she's not on a ship. Then I start feeling, this is like before I did the interview with the person with the English accent. I feel like there's a presence that's like cloaked. Like I feel like there's someone there, like cloaked. Does that make any sense to anybody? Like I feel like there's somebody there that I can't see. And then I said, why do I feel that? I thought I heard her. And before I had her on, like I'm saying, I said to myself, oh, I think I hear a woman's voice. This is before I had anybody on and I was just talking. And then minutes later, into the interview with the person from the England or the English accent, as I'm talking about what I just said about the planets and all this about, all that stuff, the woman's voice whispers, and then all of a sudden I hear Commander. Okay? So I appreciate everybody here because we're going to figure this out. I think somebody said when they listened to the clip, they thought she said, I'm here. Now, she said, I'm here. Maybe she said that in the whispering part of it. Who here was listening to the video really intently and thought they heard she said, I'm here? Or something like that. Anybody? Yeah, I'll play it again. Yeah, I'll play it again. There's another part of the clip. Let me get to it here. Hold a minute. I'm going to go on to the YouTube clip. You're going to hear the other part of it right now. I'm going to go on YouTube, and I will play the part where you can hear the whole clip. Let me see here. I'm going to play that for you here. Hold on a minute. Okay, so now, let's see, do I have that downloaded? Evidently, I don't have it. Is it downloaded yet? Let's see here. It's not downloaded. I'm going to have to re-download it. Hold on a minute here. Unfortunately, let me go in here. And I'm going to read down the clip. All right. This is really a bummer. I'm going to re-download the clip here, and hopefully once it downloads in a little bit, I'll be able to play it. All right, so I'm putting that together. And we'll see what happens here. I was going to play it for you, but now I'm going to have to wait on that part. There is more to the clip. As a matter of fact, I think I'll be able to do that in just a moment here. And I'm just going to get this going here to start. I'm going to go back to the TikTok portion of the video.
I got totally distracted.
Let me see if I can bring it up. Hold on a minute. I'll be able to do it through the TikTok video. Let me do this here. And I'm going to go to the clip from there. Let me see if I can do that. All right. So I'm going to go to the clip here. I'll be able to find it. All right, here we go. So now I'm going to go to the whole clip, everybody. And when I get to that part, if it lets me do it, I'm in a room where I might not have the ability to switch over to it. I'll play the original clip, and then tomorrow night I'll play an extended clip of what it was. Let me see if it's here. Hold on.
Star seeds, and there's other different types.
Even chose to have
Star seeds.
Okay, I don't see it here. Unfortunately,
when you
I can't really switch to it here, I don't think. Let's see. Here it is. Okay, I think we'll be able to do it.
So when I
Okay, give me a second here.
So what?
If he was on camera, I would.
It's because of the opening. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna play the whole thing here. Hold on, I got it.
The dreams, like I'm spotting them a lot more recently now. It's all coming out. I see some that.
Okay, we're gonna play this part of the show from last night, and you're gonna hear her voice, and then when I ask her a question, you'll hear a response. Let me get to this here. Hold on a minute. Actually, I don't even have. Well, yeah, you want to see how I respond. Hold on a minute. Okay, we're going to let everybody see my expressions and everything else. All right, we're going to play this part here.
Which are probably the drones. And
okay, this is from last night.
Yeah, the ones that don't flash, that are a solid, like multicolored object, those are the non-terrestrial craft.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
you
right.
were talking about the City of Light earlier.
Yes.
Is that located under a mountain?
A city of light, like there are cities in our oceans. They're called the space cities. They are in several or 8 areas of our actual oceans around the planet. They are specifically, excuse me, they are specifically in very, very protected areas.
I'm just playing the recording, and we're going to get to where the broadcast gets interrupted in a minute.
There, excuse me for a minute. Let me get some apple cider here.
Yeah.
I'm playing the whole part of the recording when this happened.
But these cities are in the depths of our oceans, and they have people that live there. They have spaces in our oceans. They've been there for billions of years.
Yeah, billions, yeah.
Billions. Our planet is 4.5 billion years. Oh.
Yeah.
You see, the only thing, when you hear about UFOs or things we get regarding space people or ancient civilizations, understand that most people talk about thousands of years ago, which is incorrect. Planet Earth is 4.5 billion years old. I'm just, for a second, I thought I heard something.
That's when I thought I heard
4.5
something.
billion years old. I thought I heard a woman's voice there for a minute.
Yeah.
That's before the women's voice happened.
Yeah, I got distracted here. That will happen. I could have sworn I just heard something. Anyway, not to get myself distracted.
And I thought I heard something in the house.
To share that
in
with
the
you.
house.
I think that as, you know, as we understand that, am I okay? Yes. I just thought I heard a woman's voice. But I got totally distracted for a moment here. I'm doing good. These things happen on my show here. But, yeah, definitely these cities exist. They've been here for billions of years. And the people... Wait a minute.
You heard it.
Did you just hear a woman's voice?
You're not alone on that. I think I heard something.
Wait a minute. Did somebody just hear... What?
Check outside your window.
You're going to hear me ask a question.
I'm right here. I just heard a female voice speak.
Yeah, I heard it too. Strange.
It said.
I heard it again, Commander.
I heard it again. Yep.
I'm going to ask a question. The woman who said, "Commander, are you my sister?"
No. What was
She
that?
said no.
I'm hearing it too now. I thought he was just alone at first.
Wait a minute. The woman that spoke. Are you from another planet? In the inner Earth, which is what I talked about earlier.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Space civilizations living within our.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it for a minute here. Let me get back to the screen here. Wait a minute. Give me a second here. Okay, so I played the full port where she says "Commander," and she's saying she is in the cities. Now, remember, you have to understand. Earlier on, when you're watching the video, I say I think I hear a woman's voice. Now that was before this all happened. This is minutes and minutes before it all happened. I'm saying to you, I think I hear a woman's voice, and I thought I was hearing it in the house, a woman's voice in the house. So it's perplexing. I haven't made a decision on it. I'm not one of these people that jumps in and says, oh, wow, just, I don't do that. I'm still trying to figure it out. I was not alone in the house. My wife was in the house, and she was sleeping, not feeling well, and everything. And then when she came out, that was after the event, after it happened. She was sleeping out in the living room. And then I went to sleep. She stayed in the living room. So she came out after the whole thing happened. Yeah, it could have been sketchy, Michelle. It's very true. That's why I haven't made any decision on it. That's why I want to get people's viewpoints. That's why I made the video, the clip, No, she won't do that. She doesn't do that. Yeah. No, she wasn't on with me. She was not on. So, yeah, it sounded like it was up against the speaker. Yeah. So this is the thing. This is what makes it interesting. Evidently, if someone is speaking on someone else's phone, it will light up the box, correct? Am I incorrect about that? So if the light has to be lit up on the box, then it can't be someone that was at the other person's end, my English friend who was on talking and asking me questions. They would light up his microphone box if they were there with him, correct? Or incorrect? Michelle says she's seen it not light up before. So I'm trying to get an indication. So if 90% of you are saying that it has to light up, I have to go with that, because if that's what's supposed to happen, that's what should happen. It glitches though, it doesn't always light up. So let's say, for sake of discussion, that there was something or someone here. Because way before I did the interview, I felt like there was someone else here. Like I always feel, I know energy, I feel energy. I felt like there was someone physically near me. I couldn't know what it was, but I felt that way before this interview happened. No, I'm not getting that at all. No, I'm not getting any of that. I think I have to go with my intuition, you know. If I don't go, I want to hear everybody's thoughts. Believe me, I'm totally listening. But I better go with my intuition. My intuition was right before even anything happened. It didn't sound creepy at all to me. It sounded not creepy at all. I mean, it's all your perception of reality, you know. I didn't even feel creeped out. I didn't feel any creepiness when it happened at all, you know. I didn't hear the laughing, and I have my earpods. My earpods are really good. I didn't hear any laughing whatsoever. Oh, she got my attention all right. I didn't hear any laughing. You know, no, 90% of everybody saying they heard no laughing. If one or two people are laughing, I don't understand that. But if 90% of you said there was no laughing, I'm just trying to figure this out. She sounded nervous. The majority of people are saying that she wasn't laughing. There was no laughing. I didn't hear any laughing. Believe me, I'm technically very tuned in. I had everything wide open. I don't know what the under thing was meant. I didn't hear the under. Did she complete the sentence when she said under? What did that mean? I really should have asked the question, and I really have boggled my mind over this. I should have said, instead of if you're on a spaceship, I should have asked her, are you in the room? Somebody said they were listening to it. Now, I don't know how they could have heard this, but she said, before she said commander, she said, I'm here or something. I'm here. I'm right here or something. I didn't hear that. All right. Yeah. She could be. No, I did ask her if she was my sister. She said no, so she gave me an honest answer. She could very well be a space person. She could have been. Yeah, I'm feeling that, Deanna. This woman was physically in my room right next to me. I couldn't see her because she was cloaked. I recorded it. She was right next to me. Now, I'm really now clear about this. I've got to go with my intuition. This woman who spoke was right next to me at the time she spoke. That's why her audio is so clear. Okay? I have to go with my intuition. If I go with everyone else's belief systems, I won't have any answers, you know? I didn't get this far. I mean, I'm definitely open-minded and listening, but I better go my intuition on this. I really better go. No, it wasn't a ghost spirit. No, I wasn't getting that at all, Rico. No ghost. I've got to go my intuition. I've got to. You know, do you go with your intuition? Does anybody out here go with your intuition first? After hearing other people's views, you got to go with your inner intuition, don't you? You know, I think if I didn't go with my intuition all my life doing the one I'm doing, I'd be all over the place. I wouldn't even know who I am. Thank God I listened to my inner self, my higher self, and my intuition. My intuition tells me that I believe she was a space person. That's my intuition. I'm going to say it. That's what I think. My intuition says she was trying to say something to me. And my gut feeling is that's what it was, period. That she was a space person physically cloaked right next to me in the room. She was in the room before I did the interview with the other person with the English voice. She was actually physically there, not showing herself. My wife came out afterwards and went to sleep in the living room because she's sick and had a cold. So I went into the bedroom to go to sleep after the show was over. Yeah, and I'm definitely, they're giving my absolutely open. I'm totally open, but I have to go by my intuition too. You know? Now, understand, this is really important too. The Astro Command watches my show every night I'm on here. They watch my show from the spaceship. They watch the show. Now, I'm not saying a woman came in from the spaceship, but we also have guards. Each one of the 5 of us has guards that are invisible, that are here to protect us. Now, I don't even know if it was one of the guards, and she's a female woman that decided to speak for the first time, but I have to go my intuition. You know, and if it was actually someone at the other end, and they were laughing, trying to fool me, you know, I'm still open to trying to figure this out. It's not a closed case. It's not a closed case. So I'm definitely, Linda, thank you. Maybe you didn't need protection. Yeah, Cliff, maybe. I didn't hear any laughing, and I have these really, really good ear pods in my ear. These are really good quality, and if there was any laughter, I would have heard it. Now, if there was a little bit of chuckling and laughter, what happens if it was a space woman and they were kind of feeling kind of happy, and they were laughing and maybe a little bit of laughing because they were happy to be here? Let's look at it from that perspective. Too, we're saying, we're looking at it from all perspectives. What happens if they were laughing because they're happy to be here with me? Is that possible too, or is that impossible? I'm open. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I think anything's possible. Deanna said she felt it in your left side. Maybe it is a message or sign you have to interpret. So Deanna felt that it was the being was on my left side. It sounded like she was straining to speak English. And let's say she didn't speak English. Let's say she was a space person here that didn't speak the English dialect. It hasn't happened again. Now I'm here till 1 a.m. in the morning. So if I do hear a woman's voice coming through at any point in time during my show, I will also clip it and edit it to document it again and put it on my main page, which I did from last night's show. Maggie says she will contact me again. I think she will, if it's a real situation. This was not a negative thing at all, Daniel. This was all, there was no negativity whatsoever involved in this when it happened. Yeah, I'll play it one more time for people that didn't hear it. And I'm going to play the clip for the people that didn't hear it. Let me...
planet, which followed these cities exist. They've been here for billions of years. And the people...
Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to play it again for people that didn't hear it. And we're going to switch the camera. You know, this to me is an important part of what's happening here. If it happened to you, you'd be totally, you know, let me play this again for you.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. It'll play in a second.
And they have people that live there. They have space bases in our oceans. They've been there for billions of years.
Yeah, billions, yeah.
Billions. Our planet is 4.5 billion years old.
Yeah.
You see, the only thing, when you hear about UFOs or things we get regarding space people or ancient civilizations, understand that most people talk about thousands of years ago, which is incorrect. Planet Earth is 4.5 billion years old. I'm just, for a second, I thought I heard something. The planet
That's
is
before anything happened. I thought I heard something, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got distracted here. That will happen. I could have sworn I just heard something. Anyway, not to get myself distracted. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I think that as we understand that, am I okay? Yes. I just thought I heard a woman's voice.
This is before the woman's voice happened. I thought I heard a woman's voice.
For a moment here. I'm doing good. These things happen on my show here. But yeah, definitely these cities exist. They've been here for billions of years. And the people... Wait a minute.
Now she spoke. Before I heard her. Before you even heard her.
I think I heard something.
Wait a minute. Did somebody just hear... What?
Check outside your window.
No, I didn't want to do that either.
I'm right here. I just heard a female voice speak.
Yeah, I heard it too.
I asked the wrong question, though.
Strange.
It said Commander.
I heard it again. Yep.
I'm going to ask a question. The woman who said Commander, are you my sister?
No. What was that?
Okay.
I'm hearing it too now. I thought he was just alone.
Okay. That was the whole clip. That's the whole audio clip. Let me do this here. That was the whole audio clip. And let me just bring myself back on camera here. That was the whole audio clip. Minutes before you heard the physical audio, the verbal audio, and I was looking, you saw my head turn, like I turned a certain direction, like I was turning to see somebody. I was like turning my head. Before that happened, with the English person on, I said to you, if you watched the video clip, I said I thought I heard something, like I heard a woman's voice. I said that. Okay? Yep. I was turning my head before the thing happened because I thought I heard somebody in the house. And then I turned it again when she came over my earpods saying Commander. Then I heard a few seconds later her say the word Commander. And then she said something else when I asked her a question. Yeah, with a sigh. Yeah, I heard whispering. And before the whispering happened, seconds before her audio came through my program. And I had to listen to the recording again. I didn't realize she said Commander a second time, and I heard it more low, a lower sound. Yeah. I feel like if I were able to ask the question again, and if it happens again tonight, I'm going to ask her. I mean, I wish I had asked the question which was, are you right with me here in the room? And I think the answer would have been yes. I believe she was right here. Yeah, she whispered initially, and I wish somebody can enhance the whispering audio. If anyone has technology to do that, please enhance the whisper part so I can hear what she said. She said Commander twice. Absolutely. No, my house is not haunted. Not haunted. I am excited, but I don't want to jump the gun here and be so excited to say, wow, look what happened. I'm very excited. I'm just trying to decipher things because that's what I do. I want to make sure I'm giving you accurate information on the broadcast here, and then I'm not making this up, Yeah. Well, we can all ask her to come back. I think that I'm going to do that. I'm going to ask the woman, the space woman, to come back and speak, even if there's nobody on that I'm interviewing, that if she wants to speak and introduce herself to the audience, I would certainly, welcome that. Yeah, it felt like there was, I have to tell you, not only was excited, I felt like there was someone next to me. Like this person was actually right next to me when it happened. Even though it was coming over my headphones. No, Young, really, no. I got nothing. I've been in this thing for a long time, Young. I know what I know. I'm well protected. I have no evil stuff going on here. So let's throw that out the window. I know that's something you want to throw in here. Not my experiences ever in my life. Everything's been positive. So no, to answer your comment, absolutely not. If anything, it was the most beautiful energy I felt. I felt the energy. It was very beautiful, and I felt the presence, and I felt very positive. All I was trying to do today is analyze it, meditate, and try to figure it out more. Yeah, it was very uplifting. It was the most beautiful thing I felt. I don't know why he said look out the window, because he probably thought if I looked out the window, maybe I would see something. Maybe there was an object related to it. But, I'm doing a show. I'm not going to go look out the window. Hey, Red Jens felt chills when she spoke. It was a very beautiful voice. See, when humans start projecting things that are negative in consciousness to what I heard, I don't listen to that because that's not my experience. It wasn't even my experience. I have to go by my intuition and my experience. I can't go by other people's belief systems. If I do that, then I'm going to be all messed up. Thank God I'm not. I had beautiful feelings about it. It took me by surprise. When you saw my expressions, that's the expression of being surprised. Totally surprised. And she was definitely benevolent. I felt totally surprised. I didn't hear, she spoke English, but she wasn't speaking English like an English person in England does. So yeah, she spoke the English vocabulary, which the space people can do. But for me, I was surprised, and Deanna gets it. She gets it. You're right, Commander. Stay in your high vibration. I love it. And I'm in my high vibration. So no matter what anybody says that didn't hear this, if you weren't in my shoes to experience this in the room I was in, I love your different opinions, but I have to go with my heart. My heart tells me it was all beautiful. I had a beautiful experience. As I now reflect back on last night, it was the most beautiful thing that I experienced in like a long time. It really was, Elvira says she saw a shadow by my side. So you probably, Elvira, when you were seeing that shadow, how tall would you say that person was? And I'll play it a little bit later. Yeah, I can play it again. I will. Yeah, I have the multi-guest feature on, but I didn't have anybody else on. I had one person on. Okay. I had three. Always follow your intuition. Yes, I will. You slowed it down. I want to bring you up. Tell me what you heard. You slowed down the audio or the video. Tell me what you heard. Good evening. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
We're good. Yeah, we had the most incredible, exciting experience last night towards the end of the show. When you slowed down the video, what did you hear?
Okay, so I heard under, which, by the way, I heard commander at first, and now I hear under.
Okay. That's some
Yeah.
people said I didn't hear that, but I heard her say commander in a lower tone voice. And then before the loud commander, I heard something like a whisper. And that's the part that I want to get audio enhanced to see what she was saying.
Yeah. Do you
You
want me to
know?
go to my email and play it?
Yeah. If you want to play it, that'd be great.
Sure. I'm just going to put myself on mute. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. So again, when we talk about these things, yes, it was very, very, Terry, it was very, the vibrational energy was really strong in my room when that happened. When this happened, believe me, I've done a lot of inner reflection from last night's show. And I got to tell you, I believe that I knew there was somebody way before I got to do my live show last night. I felt there was something going on that was different. The energy felt really good, but it felt different. And then minutes before I had my next guest on with the English accent, I felt there was somebody in the room. There was somebody there. She was like right with me. She was like right with me. Do you understand what I mean? She was right there. And my microphone's good on my phone here. So I'm really actually correct about what I feel. I feel that this was a space person unrelated to my sister on the ship, but was a space woman of some sort that wanted to communicate. And she did. She absolutely did communicate without a question.
All right, you guys
And
ready? I'm back.
yeah, go ahead.
All right, 1 sec.
People.
Can you turn the volume up?
Yeah. All right.
Wait a minute. People. Wait a minute. Now she spoke before I heard her. People.
When you heard it,
Wait a minute.
and I appreciate you playing it. What did you feel? Because I know what I'm feeling now. Because I had enough time to analyze it. I feel excited. I feel she was speaking almost right into my microphone on my phone here in the room when I was doing the broadcast.
Yeah, it sounds like she was like right next to you, but it sounds like she was talking right into your microphone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She sounded like she wanted to talk right into the microphone. So everybody that was watching the show last night heard her voice. She was very clear that she wanted everybody to hear her voice without a question. And I have my phone right here, and it sounded like she was talking right into the mic. I had my earpods on here. It didn't sound like it was coming from somebody else's phone. It sounded like she was talking into my microphone on my Android phone, my Samsung, right here in the room.
Yeah, and you can hear her like breath. It's weird. Like you could like
Yeah.
feel it coming from her chest.
Yeah, like she's right here.
Wild.
I'm really at the side of going with my instincts that she was not only right here, she was breathing and she was right next to the microphone, which is the little mic on our phones. She was talking right into the microphone, loud and clear, so that everybody would hear her voice. She wanted you to understand that she was right here with me in the room. Yeah.
Okay, so they want us to play it again. Let me do it again.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right. Okay, 1 second. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay. All right, here we go.
People. Wait a minute. Now she spoke before I heard her.
Ah,
People.
I think some. Go ahead.
It sounds
And I'll
like
play it over.
thunder.
I think she's trying to say, someone's saying she was under the ocean. She's from under the ocean.
Right, that's what I thought too.
That's what she was trying to say. She came from under the ocean. She came here into my room during the broadcast. She was from under the ocean. Ah, now the puzzle gets better. She was from under the ocean. She came from under the ocean.
That would
She
make sense
came,
considering, right?
yeah, she came to me. She had to get here from under the ocean, probably in a spaceship. She probably came in a cloaked spaceship somewhere in the vicinity at the time of my broadcast when I went on. She came and somehow, because they are so advanced, she was able to come into the room and I didn't even know it. I mean, I felt the energy way before I had anybody on my show earlier on. And I said, I'm getting ready to do the broadcast. We're going to have a great show. And I felt the energy start to shift, like really amazing energy. And the next thing, she's right here now. This is not a spirit. No. I want to play the audio from my end too. So I want people to hear it. I'm going to play the audio here again. And you're going to hear exactly.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
The woman that spoke, if they came back, somehow they were able to get through to you and come back.
Let's see here.
And they have actually, and that is the highest level of communications in terms of the music.
Okay, I'm going to play it from my end here, just the audio. Okay. Wait a minute, hold on.
And just type in Christ conscious ambient meditation music. You'll see the videos pop up.
You'll hear
and some of these are videos are 2 hours, 1 hour, and use that music and go into that breathing state in and out of your nostrils till you're relaxed. Put the music on and just meditate.
Yeah. Also, I want to add, these drone sightings, they're all across the globe now.
Let me see here.
Well, let me just put it this way. This is what I'm trying to educate people about what's going to be happening in 2026. There are those things that are mimicking Earth-based technology. There's those things
let me
that
get to
are
that point. Hold on a minute.
Earth-based technology. Who are you? The space person. And they have people that live there. They have spaces in our oceans.
Okay, here's where I'm going to play it. This is pretty clear audio.
Yeah, billions, yeah.
Billions. Our planet is 4.5 billion years.
You're going to hear this part and the other part of where she speaks.
You see, the only thing, when you hear about UFOs or things we get regarding space people or ancient civilizations, understand that most people talk about thousands of years ago, which is incorrect. Planet Earth is 4.5 billion years old. I'm just, for a second, I thought I heard something. The planet is 4.5 billion years old. I thought I heard a woman's voice there for a minute.
You hear me say, I thought I heard a woman's voice. There's nothing yet happening.
That will happen. I could have sworn I just heard something. Anyway, not to get myself distracted. That's
before this all happened. I thought I heard something going on.
But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. I think that as we understand that, am I okay? Yes. I just thought I heard a woman's voice.
And I was talking about hearing a woman's voice before this happened. I got totally
distracted for a moment here. I'm doing good. These things happen on my show here. But yeah, definitely these cities exist. They've been here for billions of years. And the people... Wait a minute.
You heard a whisper and then
she spoke. Did you just hear a woman's voice?
You're not alone on that. I think I heard something.
Wait a minute. Did somebody just hear... What?
check outside your window.
I told him I was going to go outside.
I'm right here. I just heard a female voice speak.
Yeah, I heard it too. Strange.
It said
I
Commander.
said Commander again.
I heard it again.
Yeah, I heard Commander the
Yep.
second time.
I'm going to ask
I asked her the wrong question, though.
The woman who said Commander, are you my sister?
No. What was that?
She just said
I'm
no.
hearing it too now. I thought he was just.
Okay, I have to ask, has this ever happened to you ever before? Ever?
A long time ago. Let me turn this off here. Hold on a minute. It happened to me.
Are you
Okay.
from another planet?
Okay. Is that off? Good. I had it happen a long time ago, a while back. I don't remember exactly when, but this was amazing. This happened last night, and it was towards the last half hour, 45 minutes of the show. And I felt a presence. Like I felt a presence in like the room. And this is when you heard the voice. I said, I thought I heard a woman's voice. This is before she spoke. And then minutes later, as we're talking about the earth and everything, she says a whisper, and then I hear Commander, and then I hear a lower Commander, and then I ask her a question. She says no, and I think my question was incorrect. I think I should have asked her a question like, where did you come from? I was so excited, I didn't have the right question.
I know, in hindsight, we can always reflect back. Do you have any spirit like boxes at your house, or is this
No, we
straight up?
don't. We don't use any of that. We don't have any of that stuff happening here. We have a very
Good.
amped up, high vibrational place here, and tons of crystals. We don't have any of that happening. I know what you're talking about, but we don't have that experience.
So that's phenomenal then that you had that interaction. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, I'm just like I've been very connected all my life to the galactic levels, but because now that I'm fully activated, these things are happening, and I didn't even plan that to happen last night. There's no way, even for me, I could have planned anything like that to happen last night, which happened, and that's why I documented it, and that's why I put it on my main page, part of that interview, and what happened during the interview. And I'm going to make another edit with her responding with the ending of the question, no. I'm very excited. So if you don't seem to think, or not you personally, if people don't think I'm excited, yeah, I am. I'm really excited. That has not happened like that. The way it's happened last night was amazing.
That was amazing because, even some of the people who have those, spirit boxes and they do that type of stuff, they don't even come in as clear as yours did. Yours was crystal clear.
Crystal clear. Let's understand something. The space people, if they wish to communicate, they can do it crystal clear. They have the ability to come over all broadcasting systems. They do. They do have the ability to do that, And it wasn't a mic that the space person had. The space person was right next to me, cloaked in the room, and she actually spoke. Now I'm starting to put the puzzle together. She spoke directly through my microphone. Yeah, this was not a spirit, though. If it was a spirit, I would have known that. It wasn't a spirit.
It's almost like
it wasn't.
There was a physical body there, but like you were saying, like she cloaked herself because you literally can hear like the breath in her voice.
Yeah. And when she said she was under, I think she meant she was from under the ocean. She was trying to tell me something. I think she was saying she was under the ocean, from under the ocean.
Yeah, I agree.
And that made sense because if you look at the context of my discussion about the billions of years old of our planet and talking about the cities in the ocean, she started speaking when I spoke about the cities under the ocean. She said Commander, and then Commander. And then she also said what some people heard was the word under the ocean. It makes perfect sense that she was a space person from under the ocean. How did she find me? How did she decide to contact me? I don't know. I can't tell you that.
Can I ask, how
But
many people did you have on that live?
I had, I think, over 600 people at the time.
So think about it. If everybody was at a higher consciousness,
Yeah.
it could have invited her,
Yeah, it could have, A couple of people said they heard a full sentence, under the ocean, which makes now perfect sense. And her voice was beautiful. She was the most beautiful energy I've ever felt in my life. It was very beautiful. It was completely beautiful. You know? And yeah, I mean, the more we talk this out, the more I am absolutely convinced, especially when some people heard the word under the ocean. And she said, under what? What would she be under? Under the ocean. We're talking about cities in the ocean. The space woman speaks and says, under the, I didn't hear that, but if anyone wants to enhance the audio where she says under the ocean, please take the clip where she says that and send me a copy where she's saying under the ocean. And then I'll play that clip on here. I'll make a copy of it. Under the ocean. Yeah, well, if I was being tested for being freaked out, I don't freak out very easily. There's nothing for me to freak out about. The vibrational energy of her voice was beautiful. She doesn't say ocean, but under. Some other people thought they heard under the ocean. Now, maybe people are picking things out that I'm not hearing. It could be anything, but I don't think it'd be under our feet. If anything, my clarity of consciousness says it could be inner earth or under the ocean. But under what? She said it very fast, so we'd have to slow it down.
You know what I was thinking earlier was, okay, if anybody's on here that's like my age, like 39 and up, and your age, okay, back in the 90s, remember when you had like regular phones that were plugged into the walls, like what are they called, landlines?
Yeah.
So I remember I would be on the phone with my friend, and then I would have another friend over, and we would be laughing because we would be able to like intercept our neighbors' phone calls.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering too if that was like an interception of some sort.
Yeah, I don't know. If people watch my YouTube channel, Ash Turkman Spaceship News, I am downloading the whole show. It should be available to you by morning. And if you want to go to the YouTube channel, not now, but at some point when it's, let me see if it's downloaded yet. It's probably not downloaded, but when it is downloaded, if someone has the capability technically to enhance the audio, let's see here. No, it's not ready yet. It's still uploading. Let me see here. It says 22 minutes are remaining. So anyway, hopefully by morning it'll be ready on my YouTube channel to see it, the whole show. And if then somebody wants to, you got my permission to get to the point where she's speaking and she says some other things we're not picking up on the audio, enhance the audio and send me a copy of it so we can actually hear it. I knew there was something going on. Yeah. She's filtered by your micro Bluetooth. So I always put the Bluetooth on here. I use the Bluetooth with my iPod, with my earpods, and I pick up everything. I can hear every single distinct sound like a pin drop. So I want to hear, if we can enhance the audio, what actually was happening there. I'm just like, I know we've been talking about this since I got on here, but this is definitely, look, having somebody who is cloaked in your room next to you, who's not from here, physically on your show, interrupting the broadcast, you don't think that's something to talk about? I know you do. You don't think that's something I'm going to talk about on this show tonight? After last night, that I'm not going to be excited enough to talk about this?
I have to ask, you said your wife was sick, so like, what did she think of it when you showed it to her?
Oh, I sent her a copy of the clip. I told her what happened. I said there was a woman's voice during my broadcast, and she said, Commander. I told my wife the whole story this morning, and she was listening. She's into, she knows what's happening, and I just shared the video with her so she can look at it, and yeah, she was definitely interested. She didn't have a position to say on it, but I did let her hear the video and see the video footage, and I sent it to her on her thing. So she didn't know what it was. I just gave it to her and let her hear it. She got my, and Jay Sparko, she definitely got my attention. And again, she was very honest about who she was. I mean, to the point of being able to communicate with her. I don't think she stayed the whole time. She was there for quite a while before I had my guest on. I felt like there was somebody there. Like I said, you heard me say, "Oh, I think I heard a woman's voice." I said that. I was looking for the woman that was in the room. And I thought I heard a woman's voice. And then minutes later, at some point when I had my guest on, later in the show, that part of the show, a woman speaks and says, "Commander." She wanted everybody's attention. There's no way around that. Look, whatever your belief system is, she got your attention, right? She got every single person who was listening to the broadcast last night. She got your attention. She actually was there, and she got your attention. I mean, she got my attention. I was right there. Yeah, that's it. You're right, Lupita. I turned my head to the left as soon as I heard it. I turned my head to look because that's where I heard it coming from, the left. So she must have been cloaked to the left of my shoulder. I was turning my head looking for her, because I felt she was like right here. I was turning to look at her.
And prior to her even speaking, like you started to cough, and they say sometimes when you have interactions like that, you'll experience things in your body.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, I did cough a little bit, and then I turned my head looking for her. Like I'm looking because I feel like she's right there in the room. I'm looking for the woman who's in the room. I'm looking for her,
You definitely look startled. Like, I'm not going to lie. You looked a little like freaked out for a second.
I was startled only because it just like I have the earpods on. But after that, I got really curious and interested to see where she was, But then as we're talking about tonight, she was like absolutely right next to me. And she was close enough to the microphone on my phone, on my Samsung, to speak. She was right there. Yeah, I got startled at first, which I think is a normal human reaction. But then I got excited, I'm honest, I did. I did get startled, but I did get also excited. And I am excited because I have no control over when this stuff is going to happen. Yeah, you know what? It is possible she's listening now. It's very possible, whoever this woman is, that she's listening to the show right now. She could be. Um, and the weird thing is, if I don't say anything right now, and I'm silent, you don't have any idea what might happen. I mean, there could be the possibilities that she's listening right now, and she could speak whenever she wants to.
Somebody asked if we can play it again. Do you want me to hit play on my computer again?
Let me bring up the audio here. I think my audio copy is a little bit clearer.
Okay.
For the people that missed the show last night, let me bring this up again here. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Hold on.
Can you hear anything?
No.
Strange.
Wait a minute. Who are you, the space person, the one that spoke? Who are you?
Okay, wait a minute.
Sometimes ringing in the ear doesn't mean that you're implanted. If you have ringing in your ear, that could be a download.
You remember?
That are Earth basically getting the Zeta off
Let me
this
see
planet.
something here. Hold on a minute. Let's see if I'm saying anything like that. Wait a minute.
Okay.
If
it's round and it's circular,
let me see
that's talking. That's a woman in your room. Do you?
No, I'm home alone, all alone.
Yeah.
The woman that spoke.
Hold on.
What was that?
The woman that spoke. His voice there for a minute.
Yeah.
I got distracted. And they
Okay,
have
I'm going to play it
people that
again
live
here.
there. They have space bases in their oceans. They've been there for billions of years.
Yeah, billions, yeah.
Billions.
And you're going to,
more
I'm going to
billion
play it again
years.
for people.
Oh.
Yeah.
You see, the only thing, when you hear about UFOs or things we get regarding space people or ancient civilizations, understand that most people talk about thousands of years ago, which is incorrect. Planet Earth is 4.5 billion years old. I'm just, for a second, I thought I heard something. The planet is 4.5 billion years old. I thought I heard a woman's voice there for a minute. I got distracted here. That will happen. I could have sworn I just heard something. Anyway, not to get myself distracted.
This is before
but
everything
I just
happened.
wanted to share that with you. I think that
I do.
As we
I do.
Understand
Don't worry about that. I do.
Am I okay? Yes. I just thought I heard a woman's voice, but I got totally distracted for a moment.
Now I'm saying that I thought I heard a woman's voice. That was before
These
it happened.
things happen on my show here, but definitely these cities exist. They've been here for billions of years, and the people. Wait a minute. Did you just hear a woman's voice?
You're not alone on that. I think I heard something.
Wait a minute. Did somebody just hear? What?
Check outside your window.
No, I'm right here. I just heard a female voice speak.
Yeah, I heard it too. Strange.
It said Commander.
I heard it again. Yep.
I'm going to ask a question. The woman who said Commander, are you my sister?
No. What was that?
Okay.
I'm hearing it.
Okay, that was.
That's freaky.
She
freaky
said
cool.
She wasn't. Yeah, freaky cool. Yeah, she said she was not my sister, which is fine, but that doesn't negate the fact that she knows the word commander. And when I use the word commander, I'm not in command of anything like a spaceship or anything. I'm in command of my own spiritual cosmic self. I'm very much in command of myself. And that's how I always have defined the word commander on this show. And in all my adult life, I've used the word commander in a very spiritual context. She says it twice. The whispering part, and you saw before, like when I was interviewing the guest, I said, I thought I heard a woman's voice. This is before she started even speaking. I thought I heard a woman's voice. Did I not say that? I did. It's all documented. I don't know if she...
Yeah, I thought she sounded... Somebody said, I thought she sounded African-American. I feel like she had like an English accent or Indian.
Yeah, so I mean, we can try to figure out the accent, but the thing is that this woman an accent of some kind. Australian? Yes, English? So we're still trying to figure this out. Netherlands? Yeah, they call me Aleon. My team does call me Aleon. But if this was, let's say this was some sort of from a smoker. She said she was from outside. She's from outside your Astar family. If she is a space person, she's from outside my Astar family. That would be correct. If she is that person. Regen, her accent was Scandinavian or something similar. Well, if it happens again when I'm on my show, why I'm on my show, then we'll clip it. We'll take a look at it again. Yeah, no, and April was very correct. April said that my parents call me Aleon, which is true, So, but this person could have been a space woman, but not connected in that way. And again, now we're never gonna truly know, but I think we kind of at least had a good discussion about it, and like I said, I was open to listening to everybody's perspective, which is always the way I am. I don't close off any perspectives on this. So that was good. All right, well, that part of the discussion, I think I can close for now until I have more information. I think we have a really good group of people all over the world here, and I appreciate all your perspectives. Yeah, her pitch of sound was lower and slower when she said it again. Who knows? I mean, we're living in very interesting times here. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, Michelle, too. I will meditate on it more. I'm not totally closed out to whatever. Yeah, so we already figured out it wasn't him because I felt that the woman was right next to me when I was turning my head. So, like, I would turn my head if there's nobody there. I turned my head because there was somebody there that I couldn't see. That's why I turned my head. Yeah. Was she underwater? I have no idea. But if she came from, let's say, under the sea, and she came from a space city as a space person or what have you, and she came to, no, it wasn't Kabash. No, I would have known that. I've seen those things. No, she definitely felt like a solid cloaked person, like she was cloaked, but she was like right there at the mic. And again, I have to go with my intuition. As much as I'm listening to my audience, I have to go with my own intuition, because if I don't do that in my life, then I'm in trouble. If I stop going through my own inner understanding of my intuition and I listen to everybody else's intuition, then I have no intuition. Then the intuition is gone. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it was interesting. Yeah, I got to go, Lupita. You're right. I got to go my intuition. But because I'm so open to various opinions, that's what the show's about. I do, So we're going to continue on here. I want to thank Courtney for coming on and playing that part of the video.
No problem. Have a good night. I'm going to stay on and watch your live.
Okay, it sounds great. I appreciate you so much. I thank you. Let me bring it down. And we're going to continue on here. Moving on, let's see if anyone's had any activity with videotaping sightings or visitations like we're talking about. If you had space people visiting you, speaking of this whole subject matter, let's get into it. Let's get into what's happening, because obviously I've said to people before that you're going to have visitations by space people. It's going to be individual. I always said from day one, your contacts, if you're having contact visually with positive space people and their ships, and you have not been physically visited, they are going to visit you. You're going to have contact with these people. There's no way you're not going to. I've been so knowing this for a number of years. And now you're having the sightings happening all over the world of these orbs and other types of ships and the things coming out of the ocean. And you're, without a question, many of you have never had anything, you're going to have contact. And Deanna, I want to bring you up. You said last night they contacted me. I'd like to bring you up. Deanna, come on up. Just press the save button and we'll bring you up on the show. Hey, Aurora Lights, good to see you. Why are they hesitant? They're not hesitant. They are doing things slowly. They're trying to do it carefully so they don't scare the human race. And that's the reason why you're seeing things happen the way they are. Now, also, the orbs would not be government things. The drones, many of those are government. Those would be the government things. The orbs are coming from larger motherships off planet. The orbs have nothing to do with any government, but the drones do. They do. So, okay, so Diana, just go to the, I'll bring you up here. Just when I press the guest request button, just go and press save. You'll see it pop up on your screen. Press the save on it or go into the multi-guest option and we can hear about your story. There's a multi-guest option on your screen for TikTok here. I'll bring you up on the show. Yeah, some orbs are mimicking. Yeah, absolutely correct, Reza. Absolutely true. Let's see who we got here. Hey, Geraldine, Angie B. And again, thank you everybody for your gifts. If you gave me gifts during the show so far, thank you. Some can be super small. Some of the orbs can be super small. Reza, thank you. But the ones that are from the spaceships will be quite big. They'll be real. You'll see them really bright in the sky. If you see like 3 or 4 of them in the sky, they'll be very bright. You'll see them. Anya, let's see, Anne. We'll bring Anne up here and bring her. This is CmdrAleon, host of Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show here on social media. And good evening. How are you? Are you with us? I guess not. All right. Don't know what that person was doing. But if you've had any experiences, certainly go into the multi-guest option. She probably fell asleep. She was snoring. Go into the multi-guest option, and please do not be sleeping. I'd love to hear Diana's story. Let's see here. We had a sleeping guest on the show just now, moments ago. You're trying? Okay. And Deanna, when you go into the little people option, the multi-guest option, you'll be able to press that to request to go live with me, and I'll put you on. Yeah, it sounded like a cat purring. She was asleep. Well, at least she's comfortable and she's sleeping during my show. I bring peace to everybody, and I have a person viewing the show who fell asleep because she felt all the good energy coming from encounters. Hey, we do that to people. Thank you, Reza. I'm a very calm energy here. I said I thought someone else was coming through. She was relaxing. That's right, Arthur. She was. Now here's somebody. Let's see here. Fernando. Let's bring Fernando up here on Encounters. This is the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on all social media, and also Busting the Matrix here all over the planet. And we welcome everybody to the show. Hey, Fernando. How are you? Welcome to the show.
How are you?
I'm doing well. And where are you located, by the way? Let our viewers know over the world where you're at.
I'm in Ireland, my friend.
Great to have you from Ireland. We have quite a few viewers there. So tell us a little bit about your background and what you want to share with us tonight.
I don't know. I suppose, I don't know. When I was a child, I don't know if I physically seen stuff in the sky, but I certainly remember the experience of feeling that I seen something in that kind of a shape, that would suggest that it was not from this world, But I always was very in tune, a very spiritual child anyway, person. So it's called it close to God, close to Christ, close to the unhuman part of ourselves, But I've been struggling lately at a very, very deep level to be human, if you get what I'm saying, to just be in the existence,
Of the human existence, yes, I can completely understand that.
You get that yourself, yeah?
Oh yeah, we all do. Yeah, it's hard. It's not easy.
I often thought, yes, how I got depression since I was a child, yes, but is it actually depression? Is it something deeper?
I think what you're tuning into is your true beingness. Like when, like I work during the day here, I'm in the United States in Connecticut. I do my 3D work, but I also have crystals at my desk in my cubicle to never forget to protect my energy when I'm dealing with all kinds of human beings on the phone. And I also have come to the realization years ago that I don't care what anybody thinks. I came out of the closet actually even well, verbally on radio here in the United States, on NPR radio, I came out of the closet and said, I'm not from Earth. I said, I am a human being. I have a human parents. I have family and cousins and relatives here, but I'm not from here. And that's when I completely understood that I can be who I am. It's like we've had all these movements on the planet since we were kids. You had the women's rights movement. You had the gay movement. You have the African American movement. You have all these different movements to be heard and seen and be validated. And I'm of the because I had such a big media presence on my show being so popular that when I started the show on here, I even said I'm from Mars, which I am. My consciousness is from Mars. My consciousness is a space consciousness. I work with a space people called Ashtar Command, which are men and women from other planets. I came out of the closet about that, and I'm very, very open about who I am, which has allowed people to be very open for who they are. So I say to people, if you don't feel comfortable about the fact that you're human, that's a natural feeling. If you feel you come from the stars, like, I feel that while you're saying that Christ consciousness, which is the true consciousness of the space people, you're remembering yourself, who you are as you meditate. It's not what you think here, Fernando. It's what you feel and hear. That's the thing. The higher aspect of our human self is the galactic aspect of our human self. But we don't always connect with. You're struggling with the 3D mind, and you're also struggling with the fact that you have this other belief system that is the truer belief system, that there's something greater than yourself, which is the way you should actually focus on.
Yeah, that's great. What do you feel from, looking at my energy and looking at my being? What is the problem? I'm delighted I got on here to have a chat with you. What can you see? Maybe it could be fixed here, or it could be realigned.
When I look at your eyes, I see clarity. I don't see confusion. When I look at you, I see someone has the word that I'm getting is like a childish free spirit, like a childish free spirit. I feel like you've always been like this free spirit all your life, struggling with the earth-based realities of, like in any city or country or village, in any part of the world, struggling with the way society is, the way people live. That's not the way you want to be.
Yeah, I hate the ego. The ego is like out with me. Ego doesn't exist. I have no time for ego,
No, and so you have the ability, and as I read energy, which I do, I would say to you, just be who you are. Be, as you watched it, we have a lot of people in here, just like yourself, that have come out of the closet and are now coming on my show saying, I really feel I'm this way. This is who I am. Be who you are. It doesn't matter whether your cousins or relatives, believe you or even understand you. It doesn't matter. As long as you understand yourself, that's the most important thing. Because when we have contact in 2026, you're going to be just like any other awakened soul. You're going to be the one helping that person that said, Fernando, I didn't believe you. They're going to be coming to you for help because you're now you are an awakened soul, just like over 500 people in this room are. And the reason why you're asking questions is because, excuse me, just came over a cold, because you are awake and you are one of those people. So I would like to suggest to you, and that's the only thing I can do, is just as you come on the show here, I'm going to validate for you, just be who you are. Don't worry about what other people think. Don't worry about what's on other websites. Don't read into any of that stuff. I don't go to any websites. I basically get all my information telepathically from my space family. So I don't look at anything. If someone says, Commander, did you go to so-and-so's website to say the world's going to end? No, I don't read that stuff. I have to just go and tune into myself for the answers. And most people don't do that. But if you do that, you'll get all the correct answers for yourself. The intuition comes from you, not from anybody else.
Yeah, there's so much lost people out there that are just totally confused about everything. Like, every time you go onto this app, there's flat earthers, there's, it's just crazy,
just ignore all that. You put a block on that. And the reason why I say it's not that these people don't exist. That energy you don't have to tap into. tap in always everybody to yourself. When you tap into your cosmic self, you don't need to hear about the flat earthers, the people that think that the moon is a bunch of cheese that's being cut up, or some clowns running around with disco balls on TikTok. You know, all that stuff is diversions. The truth is within all of us. We all have the truth. Everyone else has the truth.
Yeah, I actually seen something the other night. It was fantastic. The moon had like, is it Jupiter or Saturn? It was a very, very bright star just above.
There's another planet that's in alignment that people are seeing. So there are certain planets. If you get a star chart, which you can download, and you put it to the sky, it'll tell you where everything is in chart to the moon. There are planets that are in alignment to different things. Venus, you can see Saturn sometimes, depending on it, Mars, Jupiter. It depends on the alignment of the planets. There is an app.
I actually think this one had a ring on it. It was a star, but it had sort of a slight ring. Slight ring.
If you download the app for that area, and if it had a ring around it, it could have been Saturn.
I believe it was Saturn. The intuition tells you it was Saturn.
Yeah, if it has a ring around it, technically it would be Saturn. Most likely. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose I'm only finding my feet really in the last few years about having confidence to be who I am and just be who I am anyway. So I'm not afraid to speak on TikToks and
and you're going to find out a lot on this show because this show's on usually at 11 every night in the East Coast of the U.S. You're going to find out
your voice is very. I have to say, your voice is very calm and.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there's something very confident about, spiritually confident, should I say, not egotistically. Spiritually confident about the way you present your energy and yourself and the ethos of everything, seems to be quite good, and positive.
Yeah, because I come from off planet, my space family comes from that level of consciousness where there's no ego. The planetary systems are all vegetarian. Their kids are vegetarian. Unlike living here, I do eat things that aren't vegetarian because of the planet I live on and the human experience, which we're all having. But I have no ego. For me, no matter how popular my show got, since I came on here, I'm still the same person I was from the first day I got on TikTok. I don't change myself and say, hey, this is, I am just the same person. I'm here to do the mission work, bust the matrix, wake people up. And we went viral a long time ago. And I know I have a responsibility to everybody out here to give them the truth, have people share their understandings, have guests on here, because I want to hear people's stories. I want to hear your story because I think as we come together, we learn from each other. I've never stopped learning from anybody.
Yeah, it's very important. I should say this. It's not just last few years. I've always had these very, very, should I say, very in hyphen, lucid and vivid. I call them astral travels. They're not like dreams at all. They're really like you're going somewhere else. You're away somewhere else. And some of them are very frightening. Some of them are not good. Some of the places I've never been before, but I know they're real. It's not like just a dream or a nightmare. It's a vivid, lucid experience. What is that? Why do I get
Have
this?
you had, and let's talk about, so astral traveling is a thing. And on the cosmic level of astral traveling, people have said they've astral traveled to spaceships and met their cosmic star family. So let me ask you a question. What experiences have you had? This is very interesting for yourself. Have you have any contacts with the space people yet? Have you had dreams of that? Can you kind of share some stuff?
No, you see, I always believe that they're always, whoever the energies are, they're cloaked as presenting as human, but known that they're not human at the same time to present that way, Like, I mean, I would be in places, dimensions that in nightmares and vivid lucid dreams. I've never been before. I could never have been there before, but they're so real, it's unbelievable. And at some very scary places, one of the nightmares I had a couple of weeks ago, I was being attacked by these number of people, and they were just laughing. They were like attacking me like it was just them having a dinner,
Would you rather not have those dreams? I can share with you how to change that whole thing. So here's how you change it. Before you go to sleep at night, you're going to take a deep breath a couple of times in and out of your nostrils, You're going to say, I am going to be a Christed conscious being of light. And you're going to say that to your inner self. You're going to say that maybe 4 or 5 times like a mantra. When you do that, and you can also say to yourself, when I go to sleep tonight, when I astral travel, I will not allow any negative dreams to come into my consciousness. You'll say that to yourself loud and clear within yourself. You'll say, I don't accept this anymore. I am now going to turn that energy off. It's not allowed to come into my consciousness. And when you say that, you will now switch the frequency in yourself right off the bat. It's that simple. There's no complication. It's not going to cost you $10 million to go to somebody for the truth about that.
Yeah,
I always tell
great.
people my information is free because I come from off planet. What I'm giving you is very simple ways to switch that from nightmares to having cosmic experiences that are beautiful.
Do you think, the way you sound like in 2026, 27, do you think the way we all have a mortality, human mortality, we pass on at some stage. Do you think that we come to a stage where we don't actually physically die? It's like we
don't. So the idea of the Earth-based system of people dying is basically an illusion. Now on Earth, people do go to funerals and all these things, but that's the illusion. If people are awakened, when contact happens, you'll be able to live thousands upon thousands of years old, and your aging process will become different. On Earth, the aging process is what it is because it was created that way to prevent us from living long lives and looking young. And that was done by the negative ETs. There was a thing done at some point in the Earth history of over 3 billion, 5.4 billion years. So very good question. When we have contact, there'll be the ability to choose your aging process. You will not have to look like you're falling apart anymore. You'll look, if you're, let's say, 100 years old Earth time, you'll look like you're in your 20s. And that's part of when we have contact, all these new things will happen to the human population that they've never experienced. And this is all going to happen for everybody. I mean, I already know this. So I want you to switch off all those negative experiences in your dreams. I want you to say tonight to yourself before you go to sleep, I no longer accept this. I am now who I am. I am a light being in a human body. I'm a Christed being of light. And now I will have dreams that will take me to the galactic levels of light for the Christ consciousness. And, that's exactly what will happen.
Do you believe I'm chipped in any way? There's any chips going on or anything like that?
No, I don't think there's any of that going on. I think that you're just people have nightmares, people have bad dreams. It has nothing to do with any indication of a implant. I just read your energy. It's just your dream state needs to be shifted. That's all.
That's fantastic. Yeah? It was nice to talk to you, and it was definitely nice to contact with you directly.
Yeah,
I listen to you a lot.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're on here.
Yeah, and I will come back sometime again in the future.
Yeah, I want you to tell me how your dreams progress. I want to see in the future, come back and say, Commander, I had a dream that I was on a beautiful spaceship with beautiful people that were my star family, and I believe you'll have that experience. Nothing has to be done in 2 minutes. Everybody's experiences, including yours, will be when it's ready to happen. You'll have it happen. But I really do appreciate you, Fernando, from Ireland, coming on here. It's been great.
You're welcome, Fernando.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Say
Peace
congratulations, out. Fernando. We appreciate you, man. Let me bring him down here. Let's do this here. And we have somebody in queue here. And we have Mr. T. I know it's not showing me the whole name, but we'll bring the person up here so I can see it. Let's see here. And welcome to Encounters.
Hi, how you doing?
We're doing good. And yourself?
I'm a little nervous coming out here. I'm just going to switch my around because I'm soft.
Don't be nervous. This is, if you've watched the show enough, you don't have to be nervous. You could be nervous, but you don't have to be. And then if you want to turn the mic on.
Hold on. How do I turn my camera around here? Hold on.
There you go. You got the camera. There you are.
Yeah, but I think it's sideways. No matter what I'm doing, it's still sideways.
No, it's not sideways. Do it the other way. Turn. Okay, now stop.
This way?
You're good. That way is good.
I'm sideways to myself, so it's a
But
little
that's all right.
freaky.
As long as you're straight up with me, that's good. Mr. Tack Pans, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I
Yeah, we
love the
appreciate
show.
you.
When you said you were from Mars, I've been waiting whether or not I'm going to get on if I'm too nervous. But when you said you're from Mars, that just said, okay, I have to get on, because my work tells me Earth and Mars are like this.
Yeah, they are.
The moons, the Earth has one moon, Mars has two moons. Everything has a reflection to it, right?
Yeah.
I 20 years ago, I had an encounter. I don't really know if I want to call it an encounter, but I saw the mother of Jesus in the sky for a very short period of time. And from that day on, I got really sick. I went to the hospital on that night, and they pumped me with a lot of pills, and I got really sick. But I had visions every night, and I was taught every single night for years how to understand the alphabet, how to understand games, and I've been working on it for 20 years. Just working on the numbers, working on the games, working on the alphabet. And I don't know, I just want to get back to, anyways, with that, in 2009, I had another encounter in where the computer, right, it opened up and it started writing to me from a site called Extra Normal. And it was like, I thought it was my friend that was sitting next to me, but it was 2009, and I don't think they had the same kind of system that we had today, that they could have known what I drank, what I ate, what I did in my life. Right?
Absolutely right. Yep.
So during my dreams, it said, you better download everything that I talked to you about, because we're going to be just making everything disappear. So about 10 days later, I had been taking down the notes. I printed them all out. I still have them today, but not with me because I'm not at home. And it told me a bunch of stories. It told me, right at the end, I don't really want to say what it said because it was too really freaky for me.
Right. Okay.
It told me I'm going to be here at the end to help mankind reestablish itself, but in shorter words.
Yeah.
So I didn't believe any of that. And also in 2009, a friend of mine took a picture of me and ended up with a monkey on top of my head.
Oh boy.
And I'm trying to look for the picture right now. I'm just trying to look if I can find my picture here. Well, I'll just show you what they taught me to do, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you one of the pictures.
Yeah, go ahead. Show us the picture.
I'm going to see if I don't know where to put it on my camera because here.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it showed me that in all I'm just trying to see it showed me in games how to connect the dots in games.
In games?
So, yeah, this is the roulette table.
Okay.
There's this one over here, right?
Yeah.
Is 3 rows of 12 dots that connect together.
Yeah.
And in the design, it shows me that one goes from red or positive to negative to positive to negative. Every time you move 9, it goes from positive to negative. So it ends up with this. Then it told me that not everything is singular. Everything is more than singular. In fact, everything begins after 3. It's 1 between 2, creating 3, and everything begins with 3.
Wow.
So that's where you get the rest of that design here.
Wow, very interesting.
Right? You see the octagons and the hexagons?
Yeah, I do see that.
Do you see the cube?
Yeah. Yep, I'm seeing that
cube,
too.
Yeah, that cube ends up, well, this is through them, but at that cube, it's where 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 show up on the roulette wheel. Or in 36 numbers. I rather say in 36 numbers. And that's the heart of 36 numbers. So now we have I don't like to say we have 2 different religious groups that are battling it out right now. And both of them, one of the groups put this is on their forehead, the cube. They put the cube on their forehead like a plug-in.
Okay.
And the other one goes all around the cube, and they sit and they pray to it, the Kaaba.
I know the Kabbalah.
Right, the Kaaba. They go around, they pray to. Well, that's a sun cube. That dice cube you see, right? I want to
Yeah.
get back to Mars after, but the dice cube you
All
look
right.
at, right? Although you see 7 reverse dots on that cube,
Mhm.
okay, I'm going to try and, how do I get into the picture? Okay, although you see 7 reverse dots on the cube, the actual face is exactly like your phone. It's 9. Every side is 9. Right? So that they show me that every side is 9. So I'm just going to show you just when you look at the 9, it's like
Right.
this. So if you have the 1 dot, then you have
Right.
8 around it.
Right.
If you see 2 dots, you have 7 inside. If you see 3 dots, then you have 6.
Yeah.
And that's where it all begins. 1 between 2, you start on 6. We are the 6th birth with the 1 day arrest. 7.
Interesting. Interesting.
If you want to go to football, it's the 6 points for the touchdown and the 1 point for the extra point. The 1 between 2 becomes the field goal. So it taught me how to put relationships between the alphabet, between this. And when everybody says what is 1111, it's very simple. Or what is 33? I mean, I know every single number because, I mean, I don't want to say I know every single number, but I learned how to put all the numbers together.
You've woken up into a conscious state to be able to do this.
Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not very good at putting words together. I can tell you that.
Well, put it this way. What I'm saying is
that
the numbers you're doing, what you're sharing with us, is amazing. Your part of your mission is you've been given the ability to figure this all out, and you're telling us what it is. And if we didn't know, we don't know. We're getting that. We're learning from you right now, essentially.
I just want to see if I can. I wish I can just turn my camera the other way. It's hard for me. So I'm gonna just so it's. I'm just trying to think of a few things. I'm just I'm a little still nervous here. And like I said, I got 10,000 videos online. I did 1,000 lives, but when I come out here to share on somebody else's channel, I don't want to, take up your audience or distort any of what you're going over. But I highly believe that we are 100% connected to Mars. Like our 6th birth, we're not just 6th birth. We are born 6, we connect to the 1 lunar moon. But our lunar moon is our microphone. The Mars moons becomes our earphones. Right? If you want it, the nose, one of the things about I understood through my work is that all these monuments where they chop the nose off, is you can split your face in half and you can have a whole eye and you can have a whole ear. Your mouth will be a spiral and a tongue. It'll be a split tongue because you can use it for multiple things. Your nose, when it gets split, you have a full nostril.
Yeah.
But when you split number 1, you end up with a half, and the half is represented. I'm going to see if I can move this camera. The half is represented by the number 5 because 5 represents half.
Okay, that's right. 5 does represent half.
So we live in this. So 1 between 2 is our base creation. Now on a cube, you need the reverse. So the opposite side of the 3 is the 4, and that's Mars. Right.
Yeah,
so
once
once you do that, you now have 1. How can I move this camera? Yeah. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you look at it, becomes the L letter you see the 1, 2, 3, 4 connected.
Yeah.
Well, the opposite of 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to see how I can point it out on my phone. The opposite of 1 is 9.
Yeah.
That's a 10. The opposite of 2 is 8. That's a 10. The opposite of 3, this is what they taught me. The 7 is a 10. The opposite of 4 is 6 is a 10. All your star, you connect the 4 of them, and you have 40, and you have a star. The left side, you connect it. You have 1 and 8. You have 2 and 7. Right? You have 4 and 5, and you have 3 and 6. Those are all 9s. The opposite side of the phone, right? Because remember, we have to go back to number 1. It's 1 lunar moon between 2. On the opposite side of the phone, the 11 begins on 2. The 11 begins with Mars, the house of Bait. So now you have the 2, 9, the 3, 8, right? The 4, 7, and the 5, 6. So on one side, you have the 9. The other side, you have the 11. The crisscrossing of the 10 connects up both sides. This is what I learned that they taught me.
Yeah. And
So
can you and when you
I
say
had learned
they,
that
can you tell us who they are, just for people when you say
I don't
they?
know who they are. It comes into my head, and it just every single night or every single
Yeah.
day. And I will tell you that I find that one of the gateways is 420.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things about 420 is it's more than that. Is the French, right? When they say 80, the French, they will go 4 times 20 or 420
Yeah.
to say 80.
Wow.
Um, the number 8 is not like the other numbers. They taught me that when you say 8, you can say 8. When you say eighth or 80 or 18, you don't use the TH, or you don't add on the T to say 80. You don't add on the TEEN to go 18. And and the sun, the part of the sun, or what the Hebrews call luck, is the word chai. And it just so happens that Rubik's Cube, okay, the heart of Rubik's Cube has 18 cubes around the heart of the cube. If you rip it apart, all you're left with is the cross. And there's 18 cubes that go around the center, and there's one cube in the middle. And it just so happens that it's 18 years to a cycle, and we repeat on the 19th year.
Mm-hmm.
And that
So
19th,
as you're talking about this, I read people's energies. I'm getting that they are very advanced space people with a knowledge of not only numbers, but a lot of things. You don't know who they are specifically, but I am getting, when you go to sleep at night, if you focus on who they are, meaning, this is going to be sort of like a wonderful thing to share with you what I'm reading from your energy, is they're giving you information, but you don't know specifically who these beings are. But they are very advanced and very spiritual. They know a lot about numbers, about geometry. What you want to do tonight when you go to sleep, brother, is say, I am a Christed being of light on earth, here on mission. Can you tell me who you are and where you're from? I've never really kind of asked you where you're from. That's very important to know where your connections are. And once you know that, that relationship will expand not just to the geometry they know. You can ask them about their civilization too, and you'll have that ability because you're awakened. Your consciousness is very awake. You're very aware. I think that if you do this, it might not happen tonight, but it will happen if you so ask it. I believe you have some beautiful responses from them.
I never thought to ask them. I do know that when I went through, I got really sick 20 years ago, and they told me to repeat this every single night before you go to bed in order to calm yourself. They told me to say, from the north, the south, the east, and the west, from the inward and outward spiral, bring to me the good news. And every time I would repeat that, every single night, 2, 3 times, I would be able to fall asleep.
See,
And what's
yeah.
funny about that is that the N, the E, and the W are all in the fifth house. And the
Mm.
S in news is designed like a 5.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you were also telling me something else. I was listening to something. You said something about, I don't know if it was the fifth element or what it was. I don't remember what it was. They just sometimes it gets bombarded. If I like the 420 I was talking about, what's funny about that number is if you multiply it 4 times 2, 4 plus 2, it creates 8 and 6. Now if you go to the game of craps and look at the table, everything is split apart by the 6 and the 8. It's 4, 5, 6 on one side, it's 8, 9, 10 on the other side. And then it's just unbelievable because the CB codes are all the 10 codes from the 10 star. And when you go A, B, C, D, the extremity is AD or analog digital or after the death to what is in between, what is the Zen code or the CB code or before the Christ.
Yeah.
Uh, and even the numbers, if you ever see, do you ever see duplicate numbers like 111?
Yeah.
Well, if you look at 111, it's 151. It's an hour 51 minutes. 5 and 1 is 6. Right? If you look at 222 minutes, it becomes 342. 4 and 2 is 6. If you look at 333 minutes, it becomes 533. 3 and 3 are 6. So all the numbers end up to be 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. And then once you pass to number 7, it all becomes 33333, and it's absolutely perfect. I don't know if you can still see it, but
Yeah, we could. Yeah, definitely see that a little bit. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, the cat and the dog, our relationship between the cat and the dog, when they say it's raining cats and dogs, and when
Yeah.
you do the artwork, the dog becomes the octagon. And when you create 4 hexagons around each
Right.
other, it creates an octagon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there's just a lot of stuff. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I mean, because I can keep showing you stuff. They showed me where we live, and you mentioned also something about that. Our location is right in the negative area, or the minus area.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this area here.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
sure if I can point it out, but one of the reasons for that, the area is the angle of 225, 9 times 25. So if the reverse of the 925, right, the other way around on the 360 is 135. It just so happens that 135 or 135 is ACE. And what's weird
Yeah.
about that is that 13.5 is the heart of the alphabet. And what's weird about that is the letter S is the 19th letter. It's the only letter that does a double reduction before it reduces to 1 in Pythagorean counting. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So it's the only one. So with that said, when the S reduces to 1, the U, which is the 21st letter, 2 plus 1 equals to 3. So we have now 3C, or U for the sun. Now SUN is 135. So it tells me that the sun, we live in a split system, the left and the right, and it moves
Right.
around. Our 12 zodiac signs, we're not always in the 12 zodiac signs. When we're sleeping, there's going to be 9 that are there. And when we're awake, there's going to be 9 that are there, but it's not going to be the same 9 as when we're awake and asleep.
Right. Not everything we experience essentially in English language would be the same based on translation of numbers in our physical environment and in our space environment. What you're really saying is, as I translate it, is everything is fluid and functionally moving all the time. So alignments will happen, and they do. Like you have all the planetary systems in alignment, which is a beautiful thing. And then there are times when things are not in alignment in the cosmos. So all these things are all interrelated. What you're saying, I get it. 100. I think some people don't understand it, but I do understand what you're trying to say. Is the numbers relate to, if we translate the encodements of the numbers, they relate to the universe in many different ways in a universal language, and that's what you're being presented with by who they are, the more advanced beings. They're communicating with you. You're getting downloads from them all the time, and now again, it's you now to ask them who they are, where they're from, and get a relationship going on a two-way level. Because right now, they know you, they're giving you and downloading you. You've been chosen for that information because you have a brilliant mind. Now it's time for you to interact with them and ask them who they are and where they're from. It's really important.
I'm going to do that. I didn't, you know what? I've asked them before, but I really never concentrate. I've never had anybody say it to me. I don't really have many people to speak to, although I do have all those videos I've done. I really never came into someone like you who's awake and aware and understands what's going on. But before I go, I'm just going to say that when you say the word ET go home, it's actually, I just want to see what I wrote for that. ET go home. First of all, ET, if you say it in French, it's ET, okay, which means and, right? And is DNA.
Yeah.
The same letters for and is DNA.
Yeah.
So when they say
That
ET
is
go
right.
home, it equals, what's that?
No, the DNA is right, and DNA. If you reverse it, it is DNA.
Right. Or it can be the non-disclosure agreement, NDA.
Right.
That also, when you sign your name, they call it a signature, which is singe, which is monkey in French. It also happens to be the also happens to be the 9th zodiac Chinese sign. That's funny because we're the 9th birth. When you play blackjack, you go to the casino, you play blackjack, because years ago, they always call for the monkey. The monkey is the 10, which is calling for the 10 star. Doesn't matter what you get. The 10 will run from 12. See, because everything has to be understood that you might get 12. They call it from 12 through 16 because you have to stand on 17Q, the 1 and 7, 17Q. And I know it gets a little complicated because it just is. In French, when they say 10, they say 10, but it's not said once. They will say it again at 70. All the numbers stop at 69. And the number 33 is very, very strong because the 3 times 3 brings on the 9 birth. But the 3 plus 3, okay, the 3 plus 3 is the 6th birth. So it becomes the rotation of the yin and the yang.
Now, you were also going to say something about Mars because of my talking
Yes,
about my planet Mars.
So Mars is number 51.
51.
Yeah, Mars is number 51 as in a letter count, like M is 13, A is 1, R is 18, S is 19. But Mars, the S letter in English, when you put it at the end of a word, it means plural. So Mars has a movement amongst this planet. It's a because when you, I don't know if you can see this, but Mars is going to be, Mars is an 8 block. It's a 2 by 2 by 2 8 block. Earth is a 3 by 3 by 3, 27 block. And it's funny, when you said the word brother, it's going to be too hard to explain this, I think, but father and mother, the ending of the word father is THER. The ending of the word mother is THER. The ending of the word brother is THER. They all equal to 51.
Interesting.
And when you say father, the F and A equals to 7. The mother, the MO, is 28. That is the cycle of our moon. It's 4 times 7. And when you say brother, it's 35. It's both father and mother together to equal to what the brother is. It's our rotation.
Right.
And then eventually, the father is what makes the split. The mother becomes Mars.
Right. It all becomes at some point an alignment of 1.
Yes. It's all in alignment. Everything comes from 1. We live, when the aces split, it's a left angle and a right angle. And they even say it in Greek and in Hebrew. They say dalet or the delta angle because when the aces split, you can create a triangle to the left and a triangle to the right. So anyways, Mars is number 51. So what is very pertinent about that is every Roman numeral is 5 and 1. The M is 1000, it's 1. The D is 500, it's 5.
Yeah.
The C is 100, it's 1. The L is 50, it's 5. The X is 10, it's 1. The V is 5, it's 1. It's all 5.
So let me ask you a question. We talked a little bit about, and this is really interesting, the ancient structures like the Sphinx in Egypt, for example, and some of these really prominent structures where the noses were cut off. I want to ask you your opinion. Why do you think that happened? What was the reasoning for that?
The pig, because they don't want us to know that we're connected to the pig. Our frequency is connected to the pig.
Can you explain what that means? Because I get that they didn't want us to know we were connected to the stars.
Well, I think the pig is connected to everything because the pig's pregnancy is 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. The sow, the female pig, has 18 to 21 connections, the female pig. It all has to do with 3. The connection between, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to explain this properly, but
some people
I'm going to just show you something really small on the phone.
Yeah.
Is when you look at the phone, I want to see how I can put this. Okay. If you take a look, 369 is all by 3s. 258 is 2 plus 3, 5 plus 3 is 8. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. So the movement of north-south is all by 3s. The movement on this angle, on an angle, how can you say that angle? My looking at my camera, I don't know. Anyways, there's an angle. When you go on one of the angles, you're going by 2s. 3, 5, 7 all moves by 2s. When you go the opposite way, it all moves by 4s, 1, 5, and 9.
So when you're saying the pig, are you referring, and one of my people in the audience said, are you referring that, and I don't understand much of the DNA on this, are you saying that the pig's DNA is close to the human DNA?
The heart, I don't know about the DNA. I just know that their heart and lungs are very close to our own. I worked on a
To the
pig
human.
farm for 25 years.
Oh, you
I
did?
know that
Okay.
in 1982,
Mm-hmm.
okay, in 1982, do you know what happened 4 years ago?
No,
Yes, you do.
I do. I don't
Yeah,
remember what
everybody
it
here
was.
knows what happened 4 years ago.
What happened 4 years ago?
That the crazy, what they call the virus.
Oh, the virus thing. Yeah, now I know what you're
Well,
talking
the
about.
pigs
Yeah.
had that in 1984, and the company PHYIZER created a lot of stuff for us, and it did worse than anything. And we had the same results with our animals that they had during that period of time with C19. C19 is a disconnect from the moons, the analog digital moons that we have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So do you?
Mars?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So I want to get your connection. I know because you were so fascinated with my part about Mars. Mars is a planet of 10 to 15 million inhabitants that are all beautiful people that are very much in one with the Creator. So, do you feel you have a spiritual connection to Mars? It sounds like you do.
Oh, Mars is. I don't like to say what I have because I don't like to fixate on anything. But for me, Mars is everything. Our whole vibration comes out of Mars. The only thing that happens when we come here is we get that connect to the one moon of the lunar moon, the two moons of Mars, our sixth birth, and the three moons creates the nine life.
Okay.
We are
I know
100,
you. I
and the
know you're very.
432, the
Yeah.
Earth vibration of 432,
Mm-hmm.
right, fits between the numeric value of Mars 5 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Four,
Mm-hmm.
three, and it's what it is. 3 days of our creation. There's 1,440 minutes in a day. 3 days is 4,320. The 432 fits right in between. What happens because after you do three, the minute you get to the fourth one, everything turns over. Every time it
Yeah.
just keeps turning over this way and this way. So when you get to the fourth day, it's 5,760. The Hebrew
Mm.
year 5760 was the year 2000. It was a reset. We flipped over to the other side.
Interesting. Interesting. Well, Mr. Tackpans, I want to thank you, man. You're amazing. You're brilliant. You're a very brilliant person. And I really appreciate you taking the time. And see, you don't have to be nervous coming up here. People get nervous on here, but I have a calming voice. Now you can feel like, oh, this is a good experience. And it was having you on here. You shared geometry with us, which people, your knowledge of it is great. I think you have an extraordinary mind. And I want to thank you, man. I appreciate you so much for sharing some stuff with us tonight. I really do.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to leave you with just one picture. I'm just going to show you what they taught me to do because I'm a farmer, right? I drove truck and I worked
Oh,
with
okay.
pigs all my life, and they showed me to do. This is my place now. This is where I live.
Wow. And can you explain that?
I couldn't stop that. Well, you know what happens? I just kept getting and visions and visions, and I had no place to write it all out. I didn't know what to do, and I would just close my eyes, and I can just see on the platform, in the apartment on a wall, what's going on, and I would just follow what's in my head, and I ended up just doing that.
Did you paint that or did you draw
Oh
that?
yeah,
Can you
yeah, that's
explain?
all painted.
That's
You
all
can look. You
painted.
can go on Google right now and search up my name, and you'll see that online on Google.
Really? I'll have to
Yeah,
take a look
yeah.
at that. Very
Yeah,
nice.
and
Very.
I don't know what's next in here. That's from the roulette table,
Yep.
right? There's 36 numbers, and what I was told by one person is that it could be the DNA strands. There's
Yeah.
three rows of
I'm
12.
getting DNA in the picture. There are a lot of DNA. Definitely.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff, and then this is binary code.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely brilliant. Very interesting
Yeah,
information. You know.
and then when they took the penny off in Canada, there was another design. It doesn't matter what it is, any mathematical equation or letter or alphabet. The letters in the alphabet, they all tell me something different. But I know
Hmm.
you want to go, so I'm
Well, let me
gonna
ask you a
just.
question. Do you? Someone's asking me. Do you do remote viewing? Like you know what remote viewers are?
And no, go ahead and tell me.
That's a person that can remote view. Like they can, it's almost like they go out of their body and they can remote view things. Like they can go to a nuclear base and remote view what's happening in the base, like a photogenic consciousness. That's a simple way of putting remote viewing, and then they come back into their physical body and they can write down exactly everything they see. They basically travel out of the physical body on purpose, and they're called remote viewers.
Okay. No,
If
I
you
don't think
study
I've
that,
ever done that.
yeah.
What usually happens to me when I get into my realm, I'm not there right now because, anyways, whatever it is, I'm not there now. But when I do get into my realm and somebody
Mm-hmm.
asks me a question, I will get an answer all the time.
Yeah,
I
see,
do. I do. There's always an answer for something.
yeah, no. So you have capabilities that are your consciousness is very very high, and when you go to sleep tonight, definitely ask the questions of who they are, ask them where they come from, get names of their space people that you're communicating with. Well, they're communicating with you, but you now can equally communicate with them and really focus on that now because there's a relationship you've had for a long time. Now you can get to know who the space people are that are communicating this information and giving you all this information. I'd love to hear in the future who they are from you.
There's 666 people on.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Many blessings to you, brother. I appreciate you very much. You've been a great guest.
Thank you, Red Commander.
And I want you to let us know what happens in the future with your contact with these people.
I'm going to see if I can get back on. I should be back here tomorrow night.
Yeah. I want you to communicate with them tonight, go to sleep, and say, "My Christ being of light, I know you know who I am. I'd like to know your name, what planet you're from, what planetary system. Get a little bit of knowledge about who you're dealing with because they're good people. They give you all this knowledge. Get to know a little about they could be your cosmic family for all you know. And why not get to know them, right? So
Absolutely.
I want to see what happens with that. Okay, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a
You
good
too
night.
as well. You
You're
too as
welcome.
well.
Bye-bye.
And we're still here, folks. We're going to be on for a while here. And what a great guest. That was geometry, numbers, all these things that are universal. He was able to explain them. And he has such a great deal of knowledge. It was quite an amazing guest. We really, really appreciate you, man. You were great. I can't wait to find out who his star family is, though. That's what I want to know. I want to know what his star family is. We'll find out. He'll tell us. He'll communicate with him. You know, whatever you missed tonight will be on my YouTube channel by tomorrow. So don't feel bad if you missed anything. It'll be on my YouTube channel. If anyone's had anything they want to share with us in terms of what's happening, as a matter of fact, I do want to share a video. I want to share some video footage here. Let me see. And hopefully we'll be able to share some stuff with you here. Let me go to, we're going to get to some UFO sighting stuff here. And let me see here. And there's stuff happening all over the world. Let's see if there's anything interesting here I can show you. Oh, this is what I was going to show you. I think lots of things going on here. Let's see. This looks like these look like UFOs. Let's see here. In Landers, California, December 6th, approximately 4:15 in the morning. They were coming out of nowhere. So this is a good video. And I will show you these lights. This is from Landers, California. Excuse me. Some UFO footage. And this is for entertainment purposes only. Let me do this here. As we flip the camera. Give me a second here. Okay, can I do this? I have to turn the light out. Or one of them anyway. Here's one of the, even though you can see reflections of me, this is not going to work too well, I think. We'll forget that idea. But I will show it to you another night. Yeah, I will show it to you another night. Let me see if there's another video here I can show you. And this will be some really interesting footage. This I can show you. I've got some footage here that we'll go to. And let me see. I think this would be good. This is coming from TK. This is an orb. And I'll see if I can show you this here on the camera. Let's see if I can do this way. I'll take the, without flipping the camera, let me see if I can do this. Okay, I think we can do it this way, yeah. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Give me a second here. We'll show it to you. Welcome to Encounters. There's a video here I want to show you. Let's see if we can get back to it. Well, I can't seem to get back to it. There was a video that I was going to show you here a moment ago. Anyway, there's a lot going on. This was a circular orb that was recorded by this person the other day. And I was going to try to let you see it, but that seems to be like that's not going to happen. Let me see if I can bring it in on another screen here. I don't see it. Anyway, we will show you that some other night. It looks like I can't get to that video footage. And you're watching Encounters. It's about 1:23 in the morning. And we're going to go back to the screen here. If you want to be a guest on the show, we'd love to hear from you and hear what your stories are out there. We're on here for a little bit longer, so we appreciate all the support. Please like and share. We're almost at 100,000. We should have been at 100,000 by 1 o'clock. We're at 97.4. We need everybody to tap the screen out there around the world. Welcome all over the world, all the new people, all the old people. We just appreciate everybody. Linda, everybody coming. Angels, Care, thank you for the roses. And we appreciate everybody coming in here with their gifts. And I know there's so many people out there that have stories to tell. Sophia, thank you for the coffee. That will keep me awake all night. I appreciate that very much. But I know people have stories to tell. And I know people are videotaping activity out there. Are any of you videotaping activity? CmdRAleon says, I heard, are the air bases closed? I don't think air bases are closed, but they are being monitored. Many of the bases around the world, in the UK and the United States, is monitoring. The orbs are monitoring these bases that have weapons. So that has been ongoing for the last probably month or two. In terms of your question, Karen, good to have you with us. So is anybody having encounters or visitations by space people? Have you seen any of these orbs where you are around the world? Are you videotaping anything? Karen Morgan says, help Commander. Let's see here. Thank you, Kate. I appreciate your follow, and I appreciate your viewership. We are, okay. Overlooked, yes. Me, I have. Okay, so let's see here. Overlook, I know has. I'm going to bring Overlook up here. I know Overlook because we've communicated on email. And Overlook, if you can come up here, just press the save button. I'm honored to have Overlook on my show. And Overlook had some very impressive footage. And how you doing, Overlook? Welcome. Hey, good to have you with us. How you doing? Good. So tell our audience where you are on the planet. Tell us about yourself and some of the incredible footage you got that I thought was amazing that you videotaped down in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, my name is Jeffrey. Yeah. So I've seen some orbs, like just on a good day I was just smoking and it just came out and I recorded the stuff and it left. And today it happened again today, but like it's not the same. It's on my page though, like it's just appearing, disappearing, appearing, disappearing, but I don't know, but I won't say they're all good. I believe in the ETs. I believe like, but they're not bad. They're just, they're tired of what is happening in the world right now. So they're making themselves known, and we shouldn't be scared because I'm
And
not
do you
scared.
have the? Can you come on camera and show it? Do you have the ability to show the video footage that you took the other couple of nights ago in Nashville?
Um, yeah,
That was amazing. Those were actually a one spaceship orb with all these other little craft coming out of it.
yeah.
I've
Give me
seen those
one
before. It's
second.
pretty amazing. Yeah,
Give me 1 second.
you're going to see some amazing footage here, folks.
Yeah, is I just wish the change could come like so fast, but
Yeah, yeah,
doesn't happen on that day. It has to take time
yep, yep.
to
I
make
gotcha.
yourself known, and yeah. But I think it comes with many things. It doesn't just come with that, like, because that's gonna take so many people out of business. Because if they make themselves known, but I don't think. I think the government will try to do something about it. I don't think.
Well, I'll put it this way: the government can't do anything. I work with the space people, the
Okay.
Ashtar Command, which are the positive beings. I know you probably don't know much about that, which is okay. I am one of a group of 15. There's a group of 15. There's a real group of five of us. One of my friends and sister in Vermont, near the Canadian border, she's been taken off planet by the good space people probably over near 200 times already.
Sorry about that.
And so what's happening is we're going to have contact in 2026. The one thing I will say is the government already knows about this. The Pentagon knows about this. They all know about this. All the world governments know about this.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So they all know about this. So what you're going to be seeing, whether it be Nashville or London or wherever, down the road when the bigger ships start coming in, those are the positive space people, and they're going to be making contact at the end of this year with the human race. I know this information, so I'm sharing it with you.
Oh, that for real? Yeah,
Yes, for real.
I've seen some
Yeah,
podcasts like from
yeah.
Doctor. What is it called? I can't remember his name, but like I'm sure that like we're gonna have some kind of contact very
Oh,
soon.
Dr. Stephen Greer.
Yeah, Stephen Gray. Yeah, you
I
know him?
I interviewed him many years ago when he started out back in New
Okay.
Hampshire. He says that disclosure is imminent from his perspective. I don't know what that means, but I do know that the space people are going to be making contact in 2026.
Oh, 2026?
Yes, 2026.
Oh,
Yep.
that's good.
And just so you know, the space people, they are taller than us. They're anywhere from 7 to 10 feet tall, maybe a little bit taller. They're men and women. They have families. They're vegetarians. They live in worlds of peace and harmony versus our planet. And it's now time for us to get ready for contact. That's why you're seeing a mixture of things in the sky around the planet. The orbs are coming from the motherships of the good space people. The other things are there to confuse the public.
Yeah, I'm sure about the confusion because they say they're gonna like be bringing out some fake alien invasion, so everybody should be
Yeah,
ready for that.
that's not going to happen. But they will. I mean, the fact that they're doing these other things in the sky that aren't related to the spaceships of the real space people is to confuse the public.
Okay, so here's the video. I got the video here though.
Okay, and if you turn your camera on, we'll be able to see it. There we go. And this
So
is coming from a look. This is for entertainment purposes only, and we're going to see the footage that he took. You're going to see the orb ships come out of the main ship in the video, and you might want to bring the screen closer to your phone.
Get that.
Okay, you'll watch this. You'll see what happens.
Try to zoom in on this. Oh my gosh, do you see that?
Right there, they're coming out of the main orb. See it? That was over Nashville a few nights ago.
All over TikTok now. I'm literally seeing them in person. This is right
Look at
next
that.
to Nashville, Tennessee. Right in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm in
That's
Nashville.
amazing.
See, that's the skyline over there. I'm gonna see if I can film this. It keeps showing up outside. Look at that.
And this is for entertainment purposes only. What we're showing you.
I'm gonna try to zoom in on this. Oh my gosh, do you see that?
Oh, now your camera's off.
I've seen it all over TikTok. Now I'm literally seeing them in person. This is
Yeah, we have more there. This is the one I took today. This for today.
So up there. Well, let's see that. Something blinking. And where was that located?
This is in Regina, Saskatchewan.
Okay, Saskatchewan. Okay. So you're in Saskatchewan, Canada, correct?
Yeah, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Now, the person that's in Nashville, does he have a link? How'd you find him?
Yeah, it has a link. Like, I will send you the link. Just video.
Yeah, because if you send me the link,
I think it's a duet. I duet.
Yeah.
The duet.
He's in Nashville, Tennessee.
If you look at that, vanishes, comes back in. Look at it. Look at it.
You see that? This is the one I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was like it was coming in and then it kind of went out a little bit. There it is.
That was today.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Up there.
That was
You
today.
see something blinking? That's a plane right there.
Yeah, definitely give me the link for the person in Nashville that you got that video from.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, you can send it to me directly to my email for the show, CmdrAleon at AOL.com.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah. Fernando, yeah, some of the stuff is AI out there. You'll know it's AI. It's too good to be true. The ones that have like multiple big ships with colors coming down on a
Yeah, I don't
city.
believe there's some I don't believe them because they're trying to trick us too, you know.
Yeah, the AI creators are definitely doing a disservice to people trying to find out what's going on. But being that I've been in the field a long time, you'll be able to pick out the AI generated UFOs on TikTok very easily.
Yeah, I know when something is real, when something is.
Yeah, you know. Hey man, I appreciate you coming out here and from Saskatchewan, Canada, on the show. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right, and I'll look forward to the Nashville person. I'll find out who he is once you send me the link. I'll talk to him and try to get him on the show too.
Sure.
All right, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Overlook, everybody. Saskatchewan, Canada, checking in on the show. It's now about 1:34. I think it's time to say goodnight, unless we have anybody else with footage or things they want to share. Let me. I think things are. Oops. Let me just do this here. All right. I'm just saying there's anything else here that I should take out a look at. Let's see here. I'm looking, people send me footage here. And let's see. I was going to try to show you something here. But my TikTok on my thing, I have I'll have to show it to you tomorrow night. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in here. Does anybody else have any thing they want to share? Any sighting reports? I think Julio said you had some information stuff you wanted to share. Let's see. I'm going to try to bring. Deanna, I'm trying to bring you back up here. Let's see if that works. I just sent you a request to come up. And if it's not working, we'll try to get you up tomorrow night. Definitely. Let's see. Diana. I'm bringing up Julio. Julio, I think, had mentioned earlier that he had some information to share with us. So we're going to bring up Julio. I do this randomly here. And let's see. Hopefully this works.
It's like having
hey, good evening. Hey, Julio, welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing? I've been trying to get on there forever.
Can you turn the TV?
I was watching
Can you turn the TV off or down or yeah?
Yeah, hold on. Give me a second here.
The long-term wear and tear on your pancreas. You're watching counters here.
Yeah.
So tell us where you're from. Yeah,
I'm from Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm from Ohio, Columbus, Ohio.
Great.
They had those. Yeah, they had those drones going over by Rickenbacker Air Force Base, and they shut them down because they were over the Air Force space, and they told them to be cautious, So considering that they shot down a balloon from China, you know, these drones were going over the base, and all they did was shut it down and told them to be cautious. You would think that us being such a superpower, uh, we would just go ahead and shoot them down, but they're told not to. And I'm going to tell you something too. I do know for a fact that I know what I saw, I know what I see. Um, they're not here to harm us. They're here to help us. They want to, and they're going over all these bases because they're disappointed with what we have created, not to help us, but to destroy us. And that's why they're so disappointed with us.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest, they're not gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
Because they're here. And we don't have anything that just pop out of the water, you know, and can go 500 miles per hour underneath the sea. We don't have
Right.
anything like that,
Right. Right. Right.
So, and for them to just zoom in and zoom out of space, we don't have any of that either,
Yeah.
and those orbs, they're all in the Bible. It's the Bible. It tells you history is repeating itself. That's all that's happening right now. It's repeating itself. If you read the Bible in Ezekiel, it talks about the orbs. It talks about the metallic, the silver metallics up in the sky where they zoom left and right. You know, it talks about that.
Yeah. It
You
talks
know,
about the spinning
it's not
wheels.
trying to put exactly the wheels within wheels. That's what it says. I'm gonna tell you, we shouldn't be scared of them because all they want to do, it says it in the Bible, that they want to make earth as it is in heaven. So they're here to help us, not to harm us. And people just need to accept that. But we invited them. We sent out messages and say, hey, we here. We gave them the gold disc, and told them where we was at and everything. But as soon as we get here, we want to shoot them down. You
Yeah.
know,
Well, that's
instead of
and what we do. What we do on Earth is, ever for the 70 years of cover up by the Pentagon, we've actually done everything to prevent the people from knowing about the space people for over 70 years. And I grew up in the 60s, so I know this to be true. I've had my experience. There's two large spaceships here in Connecticut in the 1980s, so I know for sure that when I had that experience, there was no way in the world that that can be stopped. I mean, that's before the internet. In terms of like the technology we have now, the phones. If I was able to record that spaceship over 2 foot fields in length, you can't make that stuff up. The space people and their ships are here now. Many of the ships are cloaked before contact right now.
yes, I saw one of them that was cloaked, and I saw the clouds go around it.
Yeah,
And I saw one of the drones, and then a few seconds later, I saw another one right behind it. You know, and I tell you what, from my understanding and what because I get these rings in my ear, they're telling me not to be afraid. They are here to help us. They want to help us with everything, you know, with the technology that we have now, they want to make us better. You know, uh, we're destroying ourselves. That's what it's happened in the past. History is repeating itself. If they look at history, they can see everything that's happening now happened then.
yeah.
That's all that is. But we have people that is so in denial right now that
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say atheists, but they're non-believers, and those are the
Right.
ones we have to fear. You know, They're the
Well, the
ones
only
that want to.
the only thing we have to understand is, and I'm here always to bust the matrix, and I tell people, get out of religion because religion is your worst enemy. Get out of politics on earth; it's your worst enemy. If you get out of all these isms on earth and you get yourself connected to the galactic spiritual you, all
Exactly,
these
yes.
that's what people need to do. That's been the forefront of my teaching in my workshops and here on this show is to
Yeah, they
talk about
said that too.
UFOs, but yeah. Got to
Yeah,
break out
they
of all
said
that.
that they want to be involved in the religious aspect of things too. You know, the economy, just everyday technology. That's what they want to do. You know, they're not
Well,
here to
well,
harm
well,
us.
but the space people don't want us to have the Earth being the way it is now. It's not about having
Exactly.
and having economies, having shopping malls, factories. That's not what they in their planets. They have none of that. They live in very advanced societies with vegetation, with clean water. They live in harmony with the universe. Very different from Earth. That's what we're going to be experiencing gradually once contact happens.
Yeah, they want to make Earth beautiful again. That's what they want to do. They want to just, if you look at everything the way it's going on, everything is starting to be flattened up. We're doing things that we shouldn't be doing, and the ones that are doing it, if you look at it, it's the ones that are going through all kind of chaos.
Yeah.
You know,
See, and
I
you know
mean,
what?
look at the desert. The desert in what is in Egypt? They got water and
Right,
plants are growing out of it. Where
right,
do you, I mean, come on, it says it in the Bible too. I'm just saying
yeah,
the Bible is history too. It's not just
right.
about religion. It's a history,
Right, but
and
don't get too fixated, Julio, on that. Because they're the main understanding. Because I communicate with my space family telepathically. I read no
Mhm.
Bibles, I read no Qurans, I read nothing because I come from another planet. All I have to understand is I don't go to websites for information. You need to go within yourself. Once you go in yourself and connect with your star
Right.
family, you don't need books. You are the book.
Right, and I've seen things that I can't explain. I just don't know how to explain it.
Right,
But I've seen things, and I can put my hand on anything to testify against it because I know what I saw, and there was no way to explain it, but other than a higher power. You know, uh,
right.
it's just that's just the way it is, and that nobody's gonna take that away from me. I've
Mm,
always believed it, and I know what I saw, um, and that's why I believe they're not here to harm us or anything. They're here to prevent us from destroying ourselves. That's all.
right.
They want to
Yeah.
help us.
Right. That's absolutely true. Well, brother, I wanted to bring you on here. I'm going to stay on here for a few more minutes and then call it a night. But Julio, thank you so much, man, for being here.
I appreciate you letting me come on there. I just wanted to
Absolutely, you know
say that I
that.
was trying my hardest. I had to say that, because I kind of like talk to them every day. They're telling me things and I see
Yeah.
things and,
Yeah.
and I know I just open my mind and, and I just get this feeling. It just seems like they talking to me,
Yeah.
so,
All
but
right,
I
brother.
appreciate you.
All right, you too.
Thank
Thank you
you,
for
man.
being.
Hmm.
I appreciate you too. And let me see here. We got another potential person. And I don't want to really get into the AI. I don't want to get into AI messages. I'm pretty much staying away from AI messages. Um, you know, pretty much. I want to, people to connect with them with their space connections directly through consciousness, not through AI. I know, granted, we have a lot of AI and everything, but I'm really about telepathic communications. So, in all due honoring of AI, I'd rather hear people get their information from within themselves and their own consciousness. And if one does that, then we can actually make a big difference in doing things like that. Julio, thank you for being on here. So, try truth. You know nothing about me, and you're making a statement. Isn't that kind of insane that you make a statement? Try truth 7. You don't even know anything about me. You're saying without Jesus Christ. Do you know, try truth, that Jesus Christ is a space being? I know a lot about Jesus Christ. So to assume I know nothing in your comment is very rude. See, that's the problem when people don't listen. They come on here to make a statement. You're not here to learn anything. You've been indoctrinated into a religion. I know that, you know. So, you know, try truth. Let me give it to you. Jesus Christ is a space being. Get out of your book, get out of your indoctrination of your religion, because Jesus Christ is a very happy space being with a family off planet. Yeah, no, I know Jesus as a space being. And a matter of fact, one of my friends has actually seen him on a spaceship. Have you been on a spaceship? Have you seen him in physical form on a spaceship? Try truth. You know, speaking of truth, I don't think you have. You know, I really don't think you have. You know, you're starting up with the wrong person here. I love this. Try truth. You want to have a little tangle with the commander? We'll have a little bit of fun here with you, Try Truth. By the time I get done busting your matrix, you'll be so confused you won't know which direction to go in. So choose what you're going to say carefully, brother or sister. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. The truth shall set you free, that's right. I might just bring them up just to bust their matrix. I am amped up here, so do you want to challenge the commander, Try Truth, about Jesus, who is a space person? Where are you, Try Truth? Let's do it. Let's come up here. I am completely ready for this. I am ready. I'm going to bring you up here. And we're going to see. I want you to come up here. Be respectful. I'm bringing Try Truth up here. The commander is going to bust their matrix. Look, I've been through all religions in my life. I've been a Christian and everything else. I know all about Jesus. There's nothing you can teach me. Try Truth, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So let me just say something here, brother. And I'm not yelling at you or screaming at you. I don't do that. I've been in radio for many years. I've been in TV broadcasting. I've been through religion. I've been a Christian. I studied the Lutheran religion. I've studied Hebrew religion. I know all about Jesus. And that what really got me was when you start making assumptions about somebody that you don't even know. That's no matter what the subject is, you should never assume anything about somebody you've never spoken to before. No matter what it's about, economics, religions, and whatever. So when it comes to Jesus, Jesus is a space being. Everything you've been taught in the Bible is not always inaccurate. About love, that's true. About what happened to him, that's not true. Matter of fact, Jesus is off planet. He's on a spaceship. My friend has actually seen him
You're
at least
wrong.
3 or 4 times. No, I'm talking about factual.
You're 100%.
You're
wrong, mate.
I'm sharing a story, mate, about someone who's been on a ship with Jesus Christ, the physical being. I'm telling you something that really happened to somebody. I'm not telling you a Bible story. You're not hearing me. And unless you're going to hear me, you won't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody who has met Jesus Christ on a spaceship within the Ashtar Command. It's not about New Age philosophy. It's not about channeling. I'm sharing a really true story. Since you're talking about truth, I'm sharing a story. If you're not willing to hear the true story, I'm not making it up. It's not in the Bible. It's not a little story in a book. I'm telling you something that physically has happened to my friend in Vermont. She's been on ships over 200 times, and she's met Jesus Christ, who has a family off planet. You don't want to hear it? I'm going to still ingrain it in your head, just like the Bible is ingrained in your head. Jesus is a space being. Whether you want to believe it or not, I brought you up here to tell you that, and I will continually tell you that, just like you're going to tell me about finding Jesus.
That is the doctrine of Antichrist.
No,
Jesus Christ is God.
No, Jesus Christ
Jesus
is
Christ
not
is
God.
God, the creator of heaven and earth.
No.
He
Jesus
is God.
Christ is
Your doctrine
Jesus
is
Christ.
Antichrist, and what you're doing is deceiving. What is
what you're
coming
doing,
upon the earth
what
is
you're
full
doing,
deception. You're
what you're
delusional.
doing,
You're
what you're
delusional,
doing,
and you're
what you're
deluding. You're
what you're doing.
deceiving the audience. You're deceiving multitude
my
of people.
show, and you need to respect what I'm saying here and not
Yeah.
interrupt me.
Yeah.
All right. So I want you to listen for something.
Okay. Go for it.
Jesus Christ
Finish
is
up.
just like every other universal being that came from other planets. He was created by God. God was the one that created every life, every planet, every solar
Wrong.
system, every galaxy. God is not Jesus. Jesus is not God. We're all part of God. Every one of us is, including you. You are making Jesus to be God, and Jesus was created by the Creator. I was created by the Creator.
I thank God. I thank God
You
Jesus
thank
is
God.
God.
No,
I
Jesus
thank
is
God
no.
for
You
him.
have
I
it
thank
all
God.
messed up,
He
man.
is God.
You are totally messed up on
No,
that.
mate. You have it all deceived. You're
No,
working of
mate.
Satan.
Oh
That's
no.
what you're doing.
Oh
That's what
no.
you're doing.
Oh, give it to me,
Oh,
brother. Give it
yeah,
to me.
you are.
Oh yeah.
You are. And the world is placed for great deception because they've rejected the gift of God. That's what they've done.
Who's
They've
rejected the gift
rejected
of God?
salvation.
Oh, come on.
Hey?
Don't look. I've been through
People
Christian
like you,
religions.
mate. People like
People,
you.
people like me.
And they're going to get strong delusion coming from Satan.
Oh,
Satan
say
wants everyone to believe we're gods. We're gods. No, we're
well.
not.
Okay, so you are
We're
created by
created.
God. You were created by
That's right.
God.
We're
We're,
created by God.
we're all
100%.
we're all created by
And
God. That's the
we're fallen. We're corrupted.
no.
We're fallen.
We're not fallen and corrupted. We have a planet that is got a mess right now, and it's not becoming because we were fallen or corrupted.
So
It's
you're not
because
a fallen man? You're not a sinner in need of redemption?
no, you need a redemption, which is to wake up and have me bust your
I
matrix.
have a redemption. I'm a new creature in Christ. Understand what that is. Do you know what
See,
that is?
you assume that all of us here are not Christed beings of light.
Mate, what you're saying, Christed being, Jesus said many will come claiming that they are Christ. It's false. You're teaching false doctrine.
No,
You're teaching
Jesus.
deception, mate.
Let me just stop for a moment. Jesus is a Christed being of light. Everyone in this audience is a Christed being of light. You can be also, if you were to wake up, know that you are a Christed being of light. The deception is you've been indoctrinated somehow into a religion that limits your consciousness to understand what's going on. Yes, absolutely yes. I'll say it 10,000 times, even if you don't
Absolutely
believe it.
wrong. You're wrong, mate. You can
This is
receive
great.
of the Holy Spirit. You can be a new
Ooh,
creature in Christ Jesus. This is
look,
the redemptive work of
look.
Jesus Christ. This is what
You're
he has
too
done on
you're
the
too
cross. I'm
indoctrinated.
not too indoctrinated.
Yes, you are. You're
You're
indoctrinated.
deceived
I've
because
met
you've rejected
indoctrinated.
Jesus Christ.
I've met
Jesus Christ is the
indoctrinated.
very word of God, God in flesh. And that's what
I've
you've rejected.
I've
And
met
you've been
indoctrinated.
deceived by
You're
evil
okay.
spirits and
Oh,
channeling
you need.
entities going off in the
Now
fairy
here's all the
world, and
assumptions.
now
Here
you're
we go.
deceiving people ready for great deception that's coming upon the world. And it's
Okay,
coming.
so okay. I'm going to jump in here because this is my show, not your show. So you're going to
Yep,
listen to
fine.
me. Okay.
I've listened to you for many, many days.
Okay,
Many
well,
days.
you're interrupting me and not letting me speak, so I'm gonna have to speak over you as host of the show. Okay, all right. You are indoctrinated by religion, just like look. I've been a Christian. I've been a born again Christian. I can speak tongues. I know about
That's not
those
that's not
things.
that's not
No,
Christianity.
let me let me finish what I'm
We can
saying,
speak
sir.
in tongues.
Let me
Okay,
let
go
me
on.
Yeah, I'm
Go
gonna
on.
go on because this is my show, and I'm gonna go on as much as I want. I can go on all
Yeah.
night.
For entertainment purposes only, yeah?
You know. So I'm going to tell you, we're not getting into religion here. I'm just going to take you off in a minute. I just wanted to bring up for one
Not about religion.
reason.
It's about
The
truth.
reason I wanted to bring you up here is because it has nothing to do with religion. You have been fooled by religion. Religion has nothing to do with it until you wake up to the cosmic realities that God created all beings in the universe, that there are people coming here in spaceships from other planetary systems. You're the one who's been fooled and indoctrinated. And that's all I'm going to say. That's it. That's it.
Is that it? You finished? Is that your best?
Is that my best?
Is that your best? You've totally denied God. You've totally denied.
Okay. That's the end of it. Everyone told me to give him a chance and bring him up here. I just wanted to do that for one reason. Okay? Because I've been there. I've seen religion. I grew up with these different religions. We probably won't do that again. We probably won't. But he will not be here anymore. Because I saw, let's see here. I took him down. I just was going to do this just for a few minutes, folks. I wasn't going to make it the whole thing. He didn't get it, that we're all connected to God, that all of our viewers are connected to God. There's no thing that Jesus is God. We're all connected to God, which is universal, cosmically understood. But for religious people on this planet, they don't get it. Well, he won't be attacking you anymore, Kit Kat, or anybody who was being attacked. Oh, Regen. I just blocked him. When I took him off, I said, we won't be talking anymore, and I blocked him. He won't be coming in here anymore. He'll have to find another live place to go and do his thing. I knew what was going to happen when I brought him up here, There's always a method to my madness. Well, no more of that's going to happen, Michelle. You don't have to worry about him. He's gone. No, I wouldn't take it personal. I was trying to have some fun with him, but he was just, yeah. If he ever goes on her live, warn her about him, and block him. Fernando, you're doing good. You're doing good, brother. I brought that person up just because there are people saying that he was attacking other people in my audience, and I can see he was not going to be able to get to the truth. He was trying to tell me the truth. You know what I mean? And you know what? We still have a little bit of apple cider. Okay, folks, it's time to go to sleep. We're going to say good night to everybody. I hope you all have a good night. You got to go to sleep, and we'll catch you again. All right, so many blessings, everybody. Have a good night. Tomorrow night, we'll catch you again at 11 p.m. Eastern. Diana, I want to definitely interview you tomorrow night about your information. I'm not sure why we couldn't get you on, but we'll try to get you on tomorrow night as my first guest. Thank you, everybody, for the gifts. Hope you all have a blessed Monday. I wish it was still the weekend. And much love and light to everybody. So take care. Alrighty. All right, folks, take care. Have a good night. It's almost 2 a.m. in the morning. Hey, Marie, good to see you, everybody. Everybody have an awesome morning tomorrow. We love you all, and we'll catch you later.